Baby steps. Yeah, both are great. So I left off here, and like I don't think I wanted to be up here. I was having a rough time up here. Hey. Thank you, Anonymous.
Anonymous gifted the Lookman test a subscription. An anonymous user gifted at a run sub to the Lookman test.
Thank you for the gift sub to the Luke Man test. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Ah, Luke. The wonderful, incredible Luke. I'll go this way. I went the other way for a bit, and I just wasn't really into it. And I don't feel like this was very climbable. I also tried to get like to the top floor of that house, and it really didn't seem possible. Like there's a lot of options as to where to go right now in this game. It's become even more open-ended than it was. Really good mud sounds. Really good mud sounds. Yeah, I had a bad night's sleep. I hate when that happens. I have to see about maybe after Lord Gugu stream going to my shed, and I need to work out today. My trainer's going to kill me if I took another week of like missing days in my program. And by kill me, I mean he's not going to kill me. He'll be like, well, like it's your fuck up. I'm like, no, I'd rather you be mad at me than disappointed. I could get over there maybe. Like, there's like no, I don't see. It looks like you could go up there. Like, there's definitely stuff up there. There's stuff fucking everywhere. There's the big egg. Oh, that's where all the like monuments and shit I was looking at are. They're over there. Okay. That's true. Yeah, no, there's always. Hey, go. I've had at least one moment where I could tell my trainer, like, not that I think, like, he wouldn't. But, I can't do any, like, whining with him. I can a little bit. You know, I could complain about shit. But, like, when it comes to me being like, yeah, I'm having a hard time sticking to diet, he'll be like, he's like, you know what you should do, so just shut the fuck up. We're gonna do some sliding here. I'm okay going back to the bottom of this, because I really don't remember what I was doing up here. I'm going a nice little slide. That's true. There we go. What happens if I just keep following the water down the river, I wonder? Maybe just go in a big circle. I kind of want to find out. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help me at all. But, you know. We go this way a bit. I just want to ride this thing for a bit and see where it goes. I think he's only one time. I've only had like a scary moment. Anal touching culture. You know, that was a fun sign. I would have missed that sign if I didn't do this. I'm really good at swimming. Yo, Taffy, what's up? Happy 88 months. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back. I remember what I was doing now. I got through that up there at some point. And I don't know what happened after that, but now I'm back here. That's. I guess I don't really know what's happening. But thank you, Taff. How you doing? Sorry, my chat keeps doing a thing where it just like scrolls up a line, and I don't know why. There we go. Don't know why. The joys of Twitch.tv. I think this river dunks my ass back to the start. Maybe. You know, I'll get a look from up here. You know what? I guess. All right. I thought I was going to the river. I was gonna go. You know what? I guess I'll get a look from the river. Gone for over a week. God damn. I will take care of them. What you doing for over a week? I'm out here stepping. Now, I've definitely walked all this before. Maybe there was a different way to go, though. Ah, damn. A regular damn globetrotter. But that's cool. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, all right. That, you know, that works. That works. Oh, I still have to. My throat is still rough post-COVID. The guy with the rough throat. It's me. What was over here? My problem is I haven't played this game in a few days. War correspondent? Yeah, yeah. And Taffy getting that that ice bonus. You're like, no, I swear it's for the label. Sorry, I don't even want to imply such things about a friend of mine. Oh yeah, there ain't no crossing this. Well, maybe from that log down there though. I remember I looked at this once and I went, well, can't do that. I'm pretty sure I've been on all that shit already, though. I think that's how I got up there and all that stuff. Fuck. Let me go back down. I'm pretty sure I've already been across this, but like from a different angle. Oh, this looks... It's got quite a current. I feel like I've done this before too. This feels familiar. Like I feel like I've done exactly this already. That's the problem when you have like a goldfish brain. If I don't play a game for like 48 hours, everything's gone. I've retained zero knowledge. Switch to this camera angle. No, don't you fall, you little shit, you little prick. Huh. Well, what the fuck? I feel like this isn't very doable either. Yo, what's up, Murphy? What's up? Yeah, they'll get him eventually. You have to go with the golden rule, which is only bad things happen. I can't talk about that stuff too much, though. I'm telling you. It brings out the YouTube freaks. The amount of users I've hidden from this channel is growing every time I upload another VOD from this game. Well, at least if I jump off here, I could probably get into that little area, you know? And that connects to this. So I think that's the thing. I'm gonna go way up. And then I'm swimming. Let's go. Let's go. What's up? Whoop. Godspeed, don't get killed. I don't see how the fuck I'm getting over that gap. Well, that's not happening. Yeah, I mean, I guess there could be worse things. Oh, God. If I die, everyone has to vow to exact revenge on my behalf if I ever go early. It's my only request. My one humble request. My one humble request. I don't think. Well, you know, we can do like a hup. Yeah, the hup method. The hup method got us up there. Which way to go though? I've definitely been up there already, like way over there. And by that I mean I think. Let's see what's this way. Let's see what's up over here. Doesn't look like anything. I don't think anything's up over here. Unless I can get across to that little yellow section. I'll start climbing. Oh god, hiccups. I hate them. No. Be gone, hiccups. Yeah, I'm definitely sure that I've maybe been there one time, perhaps. This does look like a thing. Yeah, there's little stones that get up, you know? You can kind of go everywhere. That's one of the joys of this game. You can kind of go anywhere. I know a lot of people's complaint about the game is it's too non-linear. You son of a bitch. Well, you know, I'm stuck on this now, though. And this is not bad. I like that it's non-linear. I wish I could swim into that big pipe. I don't think you can go underwater, though. I really love the fucking soundtrack on this game. It's like animal sounds. We're gonna take baby steps, as it were. You freak. Alright, we'll try it again. That felt good, though. It does, It does make me feel like I'm going insane. But I like that.
The biggest
Howdy
load that we've
Fruits.
seen.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Just stand up there. Okay. Thank you. Damn, yeah, just one more to go. Happy 99. Alright. I think that gap too big. Don't you do that. Okay. A thing with this game that I kind of love about it is like I might do all this effort just to get there and there's just nothing there. Or just like a piece of fruit, you know? A piece of fruit that does nothing. And that's kind of, I kind of like that. I like a game that's kind of like hostile towards me in a way. That's what's perfect with going on Gugu stream later today to talk about funny games. Because funny games feels like a movie that's hostile to the viewer. I like that. Yeah, yeah. The game truly feels like it doesn't care about me. I like that. Probably. Well, you know, I also like upsetting music and upsetting movies. Yo. I don't like upsetting women. But, like, I don't like to upset women.
Fuck.
But someone's got to be a little fucked up, or, like, why would I be interested? I'm thinking about the hat that we workshopped with Dave on stream one day. The what was it? Women hate me, fish hate me, I eat shit. In the style of the women fear me, fish fear me hat. Women hate me, fish hate me, I eat shit. This ain't feeling like it's a way to go. This ain't feeling like it's a way to go. I do think there might have been nothing over here. Let me slide down a little bit. I could probably go up the lumps here. Could be a lump climber.
Oh shit.
I specifically just don't like anybody, I think. I don't dislike everybody, but I don't really like anybody. And that's fine. I think that's cool. That's all right. No, that's not fully true. I like plenty of people. I just don't I don't love anybody. Is that okay? Oh, of all the directions to fall, you fell the one that I didn't want you to fall out of the two options. I have to go back up there. There's no not trying to go back up there. Don't go under it. Nah, I'm not getting there. Perhaps here? No, I'm not getting there. Yeah, I guess we're just going to ride this for a little bit. Just ride this for a little bit. My little walk. I've definitely walked across this before. This I'm sure of. Okay. Huh. All right. Go this way. Just going for my little walk. Oh, what to talk about? I feel bad every time I get in this game. It's, you know, I just gotta riff. I can't even sit here and be like, let's just listen to the dialogue. But my ass barely slept. I'm trying to think of things to talk about. It's kind of nice having everyone on the same page as me now, which is like, this country sucks. That's so nice. For years, it was an alienating feeling. Now it's a uniting feeling. It's kind of nice. What did I dream about? I don't think I did. I think I might have been dreamless. No, I had one dream that was really upsetting. I don't even want to talk about it. That's you know, that didn't really get us anywhere. Not to sound too dramatic, but you ever have dreams where it's just like everything's really cool, and then you wake up and you're like, ah, fuck. That wasn't real, huh? It was one of those kind of dreams. Everything's not cool. I had one of those last night for sure. Current shed project. I still have to get my new bench into the shed. It's currently blocking my front door completely. It got delivered while I was fucked up with COVID. And it's like 210 pounds or some fucking ridiculous shit. I think I have to put it together in the house and then like wheel it out to the gym. I do have to go work out after I'm done with Goo Stream today. I mean, at least that's what I'm telling myself, is that I'm going to push myself to go do my workout. Because tomorrow has to be a rest day, and then Monday I'm with my trainer. So if I don't work out today, I can't do it tomorrow because then I don't have my rest day.
Fuck.
And that's my big damn problem. I mean, this seems right, I guess. It's something. Tiptoeing through the tulips, as it were. Well, keep on trucking. Let's keep on keeping on. Yeah, day of rest is important. I could probably just work out tomorrow and then work out the next day as well. And just try not to become injured. The uninjurable man is what they're not calling me. I've been injured so many times. But yeah, I have a heavy squat day next. Fucking my trainer's going away for competition soon, so he's gonna be away for a bit. He told me a story my last time in where he was like, oh man, yeah, you haven't been here in like a week and a half. You didn't hear about what happened.
Shit.
And I was like, oh, what happened? And he was like, I spun my car out like a 720-degree spin on I-64. And I was like, Jesus, like, you're okay? He was like, yeah, somehow. He was like, I'm completely fine, and my car's completely fine. And he was like, and after it happened, I went back home and deadlifted 925.
Oh, crap.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. I think he is going for the record at his competition. Can I just step through this tree like this? Because this is so nice. I can. Yeah, yeah. And it wasn't even like I understood what he was saying. He was really happy about it because he had already had an adrenaline dump from the accident and was still able to do that. And normally after an adrenaline dump, you're like weak as hell. So I'm happy for him. Ah, fuck. I am just back up here by the house, huh? Damn it. I was hoping there was like another way I was gonna go. But I am just led back to this dreaded house. And all the mud. I have a doctor appointment on Tuesday to go over all my hormones.
Crap.
And I'm hoping that my hormones are all fucked up. And they'll be like, good news. We're going to fix you with injections. And I'm going to go, yes, yes. That's what I'm hopeful for. The doctor just moaning. Well, I was pissed off. So when I was younger, I did have like a really bad hormone imbalance. And they said I was too young to like treat it. And so I talked to a doctor about it kind of recently, and they were like, yeah, we'll test for all that. But like they didn't. It's a blood test. They're going to take my blood. They're going to take my blood away. I don't think there was any getting to the top floor of this house, if memory serves. Like, there was just... I didn't see any feasible way to climb over the shit up here. Yeah, like this part. I can't get a foot over this thing. Unless I could, like... You know, that felt like it could be doable, actually. So I'm gonna have to ram myself at the staircase for at least a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've had a full screening probably since I was like 16. My ass is 40 now. How'd he so cool? I do gotta hydrate like crazy, and I hope they're good at taking blood. I go to some places, they get my blood no problem. I go to others, and they turn me into a pincushion. So I'm hoping it's not a pincushion kind of day. The last time I saw a doctor, like 3 weeks ago, they stabbed me in my arm twice and my hand once, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna just refer you to a lab. Which I never went to. Just haven't gotten to it yet. I don't know about trying to do this. It's feeling less and less possible the more I come over here. Whoop. Nah. No, I've never dislocated a thing. Oh. That one's gotta go back in the oven. This is where I die. I'm like a dog. Like a dog who got his head stuck in the railing. All right. When I die, I hope it's like a dog. Sorry. I can't. I'm just trying to think of things to say.
Yep.
I think so often about, I was playing Tarkov one day and just having a real casual conversation with chat while I walked across a little bridge on customs. And out of left field, oh, sorry. While I was drinking that, I had like a cough and my voice trembled. Suddenly out of left field, I got shot in the head and instantly killed. Like you just heard a single bang and then my character just tip over and die. Like it was like immediate fade to black. And my buddy Super Jazz was in chat and he said, God, I hope that's how I go. And I really, it stuck with me forever. I'll think about that the moment I die.
Uh-oh.
I'm pogging. The pogging gamer.
Oh my. Oop.
I'm gonna jam myself in that little crevice, I tell you. Going crevice mode. God, I miss playing Peak. Seeing a crevice reminded me of Peak.
Oh.
I really like it. I wish Tom liked it. I am still the only out of anyone I like out of anyone I am friends with, I'm the only person who likes this game. I've got other friends who say they would like to play it.
Oh.
But out of the ones I know who have streamed it, they've all hated it. Oh.
Mike,
Oh, Nate.
is that a fruit?
Yeah, no, sorry, I just finished it.
What was it?
It's not really labeled here.
What did it look like?
Well, it was, I guess it was red. It was a little pupy on the outside, texturally.
Was it the white in the middle?
Oof. Let's say yes.
Is it a rambutan?
Probably.
I love rambutan.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I find another one, I'll save it for you.
Oh.
It wasn't much to me, to be honest. It was kind of like a little woody, papery lychee.
It's more subtle than a leech.
Yeah. No, that's for sure. All right. I'll keep an eye out, buddy.
Okay.
Salada!
Solana. No! Rambutan!
I think that's all that was here. I don't think there's anything else in the house. I think that was my reward for doing that painful climb. Can I get out the window? I can. Let me slop my way up here. Oh. I need this caffeine to fix me. I'm still so fucking sleepy. Fuck. This is where I was last time I played and I got dumbfounded. I feel like I should still try to go this way again. I don't remember what was over here. Well then. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Oh, please stop. Oh. Oh. Hit that rock.
No.
All right, well, I meant to like hit the rock and then like, and then stand up, not just hit the rock and then like die. I can go that way. What's up, Paco? Hello, hello. There we go. Oh, God. Yeah, some of the falls in this do look pretty brutal. I guess that way. Yeah, this game is like the perfect level of frustrating for me. I love a frustrating game that annoys me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think it's like it's nice because it feels like you know when you like finally beat a boss in Dark Souls. That's the kind of like satisfaction I get out of this when you finally climb on top of a thing that you were trying to climb. I don't think that's the way. Is there no way up the rocks over here? There's got to be. Oh, thank you. I do feel like a walking expert in this game. Ain't no way I can get a foot up there, right? Ain't no way. Nah, ain't no way. Could I jam my foot in the corner and kind of like jump up? I don't think so. Yeah, I got nowhere to... It feels vaguely doable. I'm gonna have to ram myself with this a couple times. Just at least a couple. Maybe not. I don't know. It's so close. But I can see them having it be so close to make you do this a bunch, even though you can't do it. I'm using a DualSense. This guy. Oh, come on. All right, it's doable. I'm going to be here for the rest of my life. It's definitely doable. Oh, baby. I just had to angle the foot right. This is the only game to elicit pogs out of me. It's the only game that could make me pog. I've gone full pog. No. Relax. There we go. Salt mine? I don't think I've been here yet. Up there feels like an option too. Let me look about. That's certainly too far. This ain't though. What? Come on. actually.
Oh no!
Hard to get the foot in there. I can get the right foot in, kinda. So then I got nowhere to. I have to make it like a quick little motion, I think. Yup. All right. Well, it's doable. I've got those crazy grippers. Come on, stop that. I do feel like it's a buff if you like walk without shoes, like, and socks your entire childhood and like a lot of your adult life. Because I think it makes the bottom of your feet stones, and then you could just like walk on glass if you want, if you so choose. Yeah, Hobbit style.
Whoa!
It is crazy to me how much I used to just walk outside without shoes on. Can I walk across those rocks? I don't know if this is a intended path. Because I don't think I'm getting up this. This one doesn't feel even remotely possible. Well, eh.
Oh shit!
Yeah. But I used to like walk in my backyard and like down my driveway and shit in New York with no socks or shoes all the time. Until I got a roofing nail in the foot. And then I was a little more careful after that. Can I make everyone cringe with a painful foot story?
Grip!
Because I'm gonna. When I was... Oh, God, what year was this? This was probably like 2004, 2005, maybe. I'm playing a lot of Counter-Strike. I was on a Counter-Strike team. I don't think this shit goes fucking anywhere.
Fuck!
Let's go this way for a minute. I was playing Counter-Strike, and we had a CS match on Inferno. I remember it very vividly. Had a match on Inferno, and so in Counter-Strike leagues, you would have a screenshot round, where everyone has to get in the middle of the map, take screenshots. You take a screenshot of your console. It was like anti-cheat shit and anti-smurf shit. I can get up there for sure, though. So it's screenshot round, and I go, fuck y'all, I gotta pee real quick.
Oh, grip!
So I run and go AFK like before the live on 3 starts. And I ran with such force through my bedroom. There was a pair of headphones on the floor with a headphone jack. It was kind of like wedged in between, I want to say like a shoe and like my entertainment center. But a headphone jack, the L-shaped type, pointing straight up. And I stomped on it so hard that it plugged into my foot. And I came back to the match like screaming, and I explained what happened to everyone, and they were like, "What the fuck?" And I had to pull it out, and it came out with a literal spurt of blood. It was really bad. It hurt to walk for a long time after that. And that's how I plugged headphones into my feet. I don't know if we won or lost that one, honestly. I can't remember that much. Well, if I go down here, can I come back up here? It doesn't look like it. kind of want to go up there and see what's up. But I feel like I'm going to fall and go, well.
Watch it burn.
Don't you fucking slide off of this, you fool. Okay. I'm pretty sure they did still work, yeah. Oh, this is the fucking zip line. This is a zip line that I fell off of. Oh, that's nice. I feel like this has to be the right way then. Not the way I'm going necessarily, but like behind me. I could also climb this a bit. This is, we're exploring. We're exploring. Yeah, that shit hurt bad. That's the whole story. I haven't really been injured too many times though, all things considered. Like, I'm trying to think of other bad injuries like that, and like there's really not any. That's pretty good. Like I've never broken a bone. Aside from my toes, I've broken the fuck out of those several times. But they don't do nothing when you break your toes. They just say, "Hey, that sucks, man." But I've never had to have a cast. I did fracture a finger once with a Nerf football, which is very funny to me. The football meant for children because it can't hurt you. Fucked me up so bad. And that one was. I feel like this one's not painfully on. Like, I don't think this one will like elicit cringing out of anyone. This is when, and this is funny. This is a part of my life I forget was real. But I was younger and just trying to like find things to do with my life. I met a couple of. It was funny. Everyone called them the Rednecks, which is very funny because we lived on Long Island. And rednecks definitely exist on Long Island, but like out east, I lived like right next to the city. Ooh, hat. I've already had this hat before. Is this where it fell off the mountain when I fell? It must have landed here. That's so funny. I think. No, I already had a dream sequence with this hat or something. Anyway. There were a couple of guys I met, and by guys I mean children, because I was a child. I was like maybe like 11 or 12. But I knew these two guys, and they were like a firefighter family. Like the dad was a fireman, the grandfather was a fireman, the kids were getting essentially groomed to be firemen. And they were on a firefighter drill squad or some shit.
Grip, grip, grip.
Where you like run with a cart with a hose and you have to like run up to a target and then like hit it with the hose or something. I don't remember a whole lot about it because I was not in it for long. At the very first competition I went to, I remember now where I've been. I've been up there before. At the first competition I went to, there was an adult. You remember the whistle tip Nerf balls that they'd scream when you threw them? The Nerf screamer footballs. And it'd be like, you could throw them, like I remember the commercial had some football guy and he would throw it the length of like 4 football fields. There was some guy throwing that shit. And I went to go catch it. And the whistle tip hit me in the finger in a perfect way that it absolutely fucking killed me. And I wasn't able to participate in the tournament. I had to go get a little splint for my finger. My finger turned like purple. That shit was terrible. Yeah, John Elway threw the hell out of that shit. Whistles go, what was it? Oh, what were their names? Lil Bub maybe was one of them? The Whistles Go Woo, what a classic video. Lil Bug. Bub Rub and Lil Sis, that's right. God. All-timer video. All-timer video. One I'll never forget. Ooh, I really thought my ass was falling there. Really? Oh, that rocks. Yeah, that's how I was hurt by a Nerf football. God, Oakland, it's so funny. I was once in San Francisco for an event and got there a day early. And this was before weed was like fully legal in California. Like they had medical, but they didn't have like retail. And I get there and I'm like, well, I'm in California. I would like to acquire weed now. And a friend of mine set me up with an old friend of a friend of mine set me up with a friend of theirs who was an old friend of mine who I hadn't spoken to in fucking forever. And he lived in Oakland and he was like, yeah, I can get you whatever you want. Like order off this website and like tell me what you want from this website and I'll order it. And I had a rental car. Sorry, brain locked up a second while I was looking at this can of beans. I was hoping to stand on the can of beans because it was going to be cool. You like that? That was nice. So yeah, I've got this old friend of mine from high school who I haven't talked to in like fucking forever, getting weed for me. And I was like, any of y'all want to take the ride with me? Like there were not many people there yet. Like most people didn't get to this event until the next day or the day after even. And I didn't really know anyone too well. Lasagna, thank you. You were eating those beans? I'm so sorry. Happy 97 months. I was like, y'all, I'm gonna go to Oakland to buy weed from an old friend. And everyone was like, don't do it. Do not go to Oakland. You're gonna die. You're gonna die there. You're gonna be killed. And I was like, come on. It can't be that bad. And honestly, when I got there, I was like, oh, this is just Brooklyn. It was just Brooklyn. It was fine. Yeah. I was like, this genuinely just feels like Brooklyn. Brooklyn with nicer weather. I know. I had a similar situation in Chicago. Also for an event with streaming stuff, where people were like, "Do not take a walk," and I was like, "I'm gonna take a walk." Does this go anywhere? Oh, that sucks, Hollis. No, that's super fair. I feel like that'll happen in a lot of cities, though. Like, I don't think that's super an indictment on Oakland itself. That's just a population density thing. I was shocked. The first TwitchCon I went to, that was in Long Beach. You hear about Long Beach and Compton and shit, you know, your whole life through music. And I got there and I was like, damn, it's fucking beautiful. God damn. Like I drove through Compton without realizing I was driving through Compton. That was also, I remember looking at Twitter at the time because I was still on Twitter. And Vince Staples had a picture of him at a long drive-through line at In-N-Out. And I realized it was the In-N-Out like that we were right next to. And someone I was with was like, oh, go say hi. And I was like, bro, I'm not going to go tap on fucking Vince Staples' window in the Long Beach In-N-Out. Go, hi, big fan. Hey, Vince, big fan here. Yeah.
Whoop.
Yeah, I haven't kept up with Vince Staples shit, but that double CD was so fucking good. Whoa, look at those legs. Look at that leg strength. There's a... What the hell? I'm certainly not carrying this thing forever. I did get a pigeon statue, though. I go up... I think I should go up those stairs there.
Shit.
Oh my god. Was not expecting that. Not expecting that. I think I've been up here before. I just didn't have the statue last time. Yeah, because I got a fruit way down that way, I'm pretty sure. Oh, God, yeah, this part. I fell off this part once and was like, yeah, I'm going to take a break. I need a break. I want to go back to Chicago someday. I need like a do-over on Chicago. That was just a rough trip in general. For a lot of reasons. But I gotta go back to Chicago someday. Bro, you gotta like really run across this. I do feel like I step quite quickly. I'd go to Chicago someday and kick it with Ricky. But I'm still, I feel bad. I'm still very travel averse right now. I wish I wasn't, but I just am. Is there like any of these that have a bigger break in them than the others? Or is this whole thing symmetrical? I'm just going to stare at it for a little while. That's cool. I wish I could speak to my cats and have them understand me. Because I'd be like, y'all, let's take a road trip to Chicago. And then they could just follow me around like I'm living in like an anime or something. That'd be so nice. But that's, I've got like an apprehension to flying and I have another apprehension to leaving my cats at home. I also, and I don't know, things, I feel like things kind of come and go every day, but I also don't feel comfortable driving or traveling anywhere too far right now. Because, like, if everything collapses while I'm at home, I'm pretty set. I got a lot of stuff here. But if everything collapses while I'm, like, on the road to Chicago, I'm fucking dead, you know? Think about leaving RVA for Chicago. I really like RVA. I get, like, I don't know. There's the part of me that's like, I'm really not tethered here by any way. It would be nice to just, like, live around other places. But I own this house, so I feel like I am stuck here for the rest of my life. Oh, baby. That was so scary. I've never clenched so hard in my life. World's biggest clench. A train trip does sound pretty chill, but then I'm just met again by the apprehension of leaving my cats here. I'd want someone to like live in my house with the cats. And I know they'd probably adapt and be fine. Like I have gone on small trips before, but I usually limit my trips to like 3 days maximum, so I'm not away from the cats for too long. I really don't want to go across that, but I also don't want to fall down this. But this looks doable. I don't know. I gotta think for a minute. Yeah, Hollis, I could never get a fucking rate like this again. Like the current normal rate is like more than double the rate I got on this house. So I feel like I just live here fucking forever. Yeah, even with good credit, it's terrible right now. But yeah, I don't like leaving the cats here alone. And part of it is that, again, like I know they'd adapt. Hey, Rockaway, happy fucking 10 years, Mr. 10 years. Thank you. Thank you. Bro, I'm not making it across this. I think I gotta go that way. I'm changing, I'm shifting. I'm changing. Goodbye, bird. Bye-bye, birdie. I like that it flies all the way back to that spot and makes me watch it. That's okay. 120 whole damn Twitch. That's crazy. But yeah, I did immediately beef it. My cat like Taco is especially, but Boba now too, really. I've gotten really close to Boba. My cats are like I'm always home with them. And I could tell how fucked up they are if I leave because they're so used to me always being here. Like they've never had to really deal with me not being here. And like the last time I left for even just like 2 or 3 days, I set up cameras to keep an eye on them. And Taco sat on my bed the whole time. He didn't really eat anything. He never was he never looked like he was comfortable sleeping. He wasn't sleeping on his back all shrimped up like he normally does. He was just sitting there. And I felt so bad. And I feel like I would need someone to like be here with them if I left for any length of time. And they would also have to be people who the cats were like comfortable with. Because they're really not comfortable with anybody. Because they don't really know anybody. They know Taffy, but even then they've only met Taffy a handful of times. Which way to go from here? This looks right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like travel's just not in the cards for me at all right now. I like the idea of flying places because I can get to and back quick enough to not feel bad about leaving the cats, but I don't feel good about flying right now. For like several reasons. Part of it is I just don't really want to go to an airport right now. Actually, if I went that way, there's nowhere to go. Hire chatter as a live-in cat tender. I have had like a few friends offer to live here if I took, like when I was still trying to go to Japan, I did have a few friends who were like, I'll stay at your house for like 2 weeks. I remember messaging a bunch of my friends being like, would any of you like to live in my house and I'll pay you and you can kind of do whatever you want. Like, let me give you like a few $100s to live in my house for 2 weeks. You just have to stay with my cats. I think it's a pretty sweet deal. I got a hot tub. I got cats. What else you need? Yeah, I do feel like if I didn't have the cats, I'd have gone insane. I do think. I think the cats are the only reason I have any semblance of sanity. Is there a way I could get to that shit? Like, I can't swim up to that and stand up. Let me just, like, experiment here for a minute. Okay, I can get to this stone and then that stone. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Just have some space alone. Yeah, yeah. I don't really know a lot of people in Richmond still. I've been making more friends. But I still don't really know too many people here. I've had a few very nice people offer to cat sit for me though. But I just like don't have the money to be taking a long trip like that right now. And I also don't want to leave the country and come back into it, you know? I don't know. There's a lot of variables. I don't think it would be that crazy for me to leave the country and not be able to get back in. Not like, you know, I don't think that would be the case today, but I think that could easily become the case tomorrow. You know what I mean? Shit's a little too wacky right now for me to be going anywhere. It would be a damn nightmare to be like overseas for the first time and then being like, oops, martial law is declared. Being like, ah, well, but my cats are okay. Because I'm never coming back. You know? I could do this. Yeah, there's got to be a way to get a foot up on this. That's certainly not it. Yeah, my yo, fucking Spotify is trying to get me killed. Spotify is trying to kill my ass. Oh, I thought this was funny. I posted it somewhere. Oh, hold on one second. So, oh yeah, sorry. I got sidetracked by reading a DM. Fucking Spotify. And bear in mind, I only listen to music on Spotify. I don't listen to ebooks. I don't listen to podcasts. Purely music. That's it. Spotify goes, audiobooks for you. On Guerrilla Warfare by Mao. Fascism, what it is and how to fight it. How to blow up a pipeline. And this non-violent stuff will get you killed. Those were the 4 books Spotify recommended to me. And I was like, chill the fuck out, Spotify. Chill. You're going to get me killed. You got to relax, Spotify. I don't know how they know. I don't know how they pinned me so perfectly. Yo. God, I'm getting so good at stepping. I wish I could walk like this in real life. Yeah, I ain't pushing play on any of that shit. I gotta knock on the door. Yeah, Spotify a damn fed. I gotta cancel Spotify anyway. I hate that fucking company. I just need to get like a physical. I need to get physical media again, or at the very least MP3s. Where they may have done that. God, the Jeff Pup tour is, that's got to be one of the best tours I've seen. And I know I'm biased because they are my friends. But even still, I'm surprised more bands don't, like, play with each other on stage when they go on tour. That shit was, fantastic. Buy a CD every month. I will, honestly, there's a lot of music I like that ain't even on Spotify. I'm pissed off because I resisted Spotify forever. I only started using it in like 2019. And I have a massive MP3 collection that is sitting on a hard drive somewhere. I'm pissed off at this. This is, you know what? This is proof that I should never be better. I should just always suck. I had a serial ATA hard drive with all my music on it. And as it has been for like over a decade, well over a decade. And the hard drive was starting to like spin a little weird. And for years, chat was like, you're still using that hard drive? Replace it, you idiot. So I bought a serial ATA drive, moved everything from that hard drive onto it, and the serial ATA drive, or an SSD drive. I moved it all onto an SSD drive, and the SSD drive just like stopped functioning after about 2 months, and I lost all the files. I still have the old fucking like ribbon hard drive with the stuff on it somewhere, but I gotta find it now. But there's like genuine decades worth of me collecting music on there. I do got to just start using like cloud backups. I don't know why I don't. Other than it takes a while to upload everything to a cloud backup, and I go, well, I'm using my computer. You have a Zune still, fuck. Y'all remember the website Woot? You remember Woot? It still exists, but it's like it's nothing like it used to be. Woot used to do bags of crap. Where you just get like a random box of bullshit for $5. And for some reason, I was extremely good at getting them. I think I got probably like 6 or 7 bags of crap in a year. Or maybe a couple years. I don't know. I would get every single one that came up. And one of them was a box of 25 MP3 players. They were all pieces of shit, but it was 25 MP3 players all the same. I think about that sometimes. Fucking my buddy Stockenborg. I don't know if Stockenborg's here lurking, but he got a fucking Roomba in his. Like a fully functioning perfect Roomba. For $5. It's crazy. Back then those things were like $400. Yeah, I had the I don't remember which iPod it was, but the one that was like a little thin stick. It was a long, thin stick. I loved that thing. And I got that because I think it was my mom found it on the beach. It wasn't a Nano or a Shuffle. It was a Nano. It wasn't the Shuffle. It was the Nano. That's what it was. But she found it on the beach. And then that was my MP3 player for a while. But I was still using an iPod in my car up until 2019. And then I got shamed out of it. Everyone told me I was old. I was like, oh, I don't want to be old. Was there another way for me to go up here? What the fuck am I doing? This doesn't feel right. I mean, I guess I could just go to that over there and go up.
Yep.
Oh, Peachy, that fucking sucks. I definitely had that happen once. That sucks. I had a lot of iPod. I had the iPod Video, the first iPod Video that came out, and the first thing I did like a big fucking nerd was put Doom on it. I thought I was the coolest guy on earth that I put Doom on my iPod. Because I was. I ain't starting shit. I'll get killed. I think everyone's waiting for everyone to do that. Unfortunately, we're all just going to be waiting forever, I think.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Oh, oh no!
I'm dancing over here.
Oh crap!
A Prodigy tape in the glove box? Let's go. Prodigy was cool. I was never super into Prodigy, but I have immense respect for Prodigy. Like the band, not the ISP. Possible if you're stubborn enough? I'm so stubborn, so that's great news. I do feel like the stubborn gamer sometimes. But I think that's cool. You gotta have a shtick, right? My shtick is the stubborn gamer. The F20 Hi-Fi. Yeah, I would love to have more dedicated devices for stuff. I also want to de-internet all the things in my house. It's so crazy to think about how, like, not even that long ago, I was like, wow, there's you could access this from the internet? That's so cool. To being like, get that shit off of my fucking oven. I don't need the internet. I don't need to be able to access my oven from the internet. That actually blew my mind. I never configured the Wi-Fi on my oven because I was like, I'm not gonna do that. That just seems like a bad idea. It's everything. It's all got the internet. It's just, we're all just harboring a bunch of little DDoS drones, essentially. Because that is what happens. Like, there's, those things stop getting security updates. They get captured by people with botnets, and the next thing you know, your fucking refrigerator is part of a DDoS attack. Yeah, yeah. Fucking IoT shit. Man, it actually makes me depressed when I think about how into that stuff I was. And what an absolute letdown it's all been, you know? I do kind of yearn to be like ignorantly a tech futurist again. It was so cool to have hope. It was so nice to have hope at a time. We do live on Scam Planet, and that is a bummer. That's what I get like most fatigued about when I am like just like thinking about state of the world stuff. The fact that we live on Scam Planet has been wearing on me for a long time. It is crazy to remember like a time before the internet and social media and stuff. And it's crazy to think about how many people did not get to experience that. Like, I am kind of grateful for being, I think, like really like the first generation with all that shit. It's crazy to remember going to the park by my house and just hoping there were friends there. You know? Like, there was no contacting someone. That's nuts. Yeah, this peak is looking crazy these days. Yeah, no, I'm really glad that there was limited social media in my youth. I was on Friendster for sure, though. I still laugh thinking about my buddy Dave. Well, one of my many Daves has what a t-shirt I'm so jealous of because I feel like it's so funny now. But Iraq War era George Bush. It was a shirt that said, "George Bush is not my friendster," with the Friendster logo. I feel like most people would have no idea what that shirt meant if you showed it to them today. And I think that's really funny. That makes it a great shirt. That makes it such a good shirt. I also really liked way back when, it was the same time, when Against Me had a drummer named Warren. Warren was great. But Against Me had No War in Iraq shirts, and with a picture of Warren's face on it. That's another really good one. No War in Iraq. I don't know why this feels so doable, but I'm going to keep on trying this for a minute. Yeah, I love Against Me. I am glad I've gotten to see that band in, like, every iteration that they've had. I could literally just walk around that way. What am I doing? Why am I causing myself pain here? I can just go this way. Ooh. Pardon? Yeah, I haven't really kept up with a lot of it. That's one of those, I'm like, it just seems like messy drama that I'm just not interested in. Oh no. Ooh, I've not been here before, I'll tell you. This is new for me. I have not been here yet. The spiral staircase looks really annoying. Really annoying. Oh.
Crap. You ever seen one this big?
Oh, Jim,
It's 250 stories.
you like these stairs, huh?
Well, I don't just like them, I made them.
Proud of your work.
This is my masterpiece.
They look okay.
It's not about looks, it's about function.
Yeah.
Just look behind.
Yeah, there's a nice cliff path back there. I might take
don't
that.
think so,
That
Mike.
looks better.
You can't. It's too hard for you.
It's not that hard.
They call it the man breaker.
The man breaker.
Yeah, because many men have been broken trying to get up that thing. Trying for years, practicing.
This is the man
I'm going up the
breaker.
man breaker. I'm gonna scamper up that man breaker without falling once.
You're just going to be bashing your head against this thing for the next 5 years.
I'm not. It's not gonna take me 5 years.
It's
I'm
not
gonna get
going
up
to take
that.
you 5 years because you're going to break down and take the fucking stairs.
Give me until 5 p.m.
Mate, by hook or by crook, you're taking these stairs.
I swear I will never take these stairs.
Look, if that's how you feel, Nate, I forbid you to take these stairs.
You can't forbid me.
I forbid
Wait,
you
aren't
to
the
take
stairs the
You
man
can't
breaker?
forbid.
You swore.
I'll take them if I want.
You s-
I mean, I won't. I can though.
No, you can't.
I can.
You can't.
If I wanted to, I could.
Look, I'm heading up there now. But if I see you scampering up these stairs after you've sworn that you won't,
Yeah.
you have to call me Lord.
What? What?
Because I am Lord of these stairs.
You, fine. Whatever. I don't care.
Well, I'll see you at the top.
All right.
Look at me go.
So that the stones behind it are the man breaker? Should I not take the stairs? Because even the stairs seem really annoying. I could do this. I'm a very competent climber. Yeah, he's caked up. I think the dialogue at the start of the game is not, I don't think it's terrible, but it certainly wasn't, it set a tone that I can understand why some people just kind of groaned at it. But I do think it gets better. I also do really I like the idea that I like playing a pathetic guy. I think a lot of the dialogue is meant to annoy you. I think some of it is absolutely made to annoy you. Okay. Yeah, 1,000%. Like, I think you're supposed to cringe at some of the things Nate says. But, like, I like that about it. Again, I like a, that's fair. I like, I don't know how else to put it without sounding really pretentious, but I enjoy, like, media that's hostile to the person consuming it. I like that. I feel like this game is kind of hostile. Yeah, I love hostile media. That's a big theme of I'll be going on Lord Gugu's stream later to talk about funny games. It's a very hostile to the user movie. If anyone hasn't seen it and you're going to watch that stream, go watch it right now. You probably have enough time. Love that movie. One of my favorite movies.
Oh crap.
It's so funny how polarizing the movie is too. Like I won't go into any spoiler territory for anyone who hasn't seen it and intends to, even though it's a very old movie. But I like that. It's so funny to me how, like, if you go look up things about that movie, you'll get some people calling it brilliant and other people calling it, like, the biggest piece of shit. You know? I love that. I absolutely love that. I feel like this game, not quite to the degree that does, but is similar in that everyone I talk to is either like, oh yeah, this shit's great, or they're like, this is the fucking most disappointing game of the year. I was disappointed initially. I didn't really like the open world aspect. And at the start, I was like, this is just too much walking. I want obstacles. But as you can see, you do eventually get to the obstacles. You do get to the obstacles. I can use the stairs. I was choosing not to. The game taunted me into not using them. But I feel like Tom also didn't really get to any of the challenging parts. I'm trying to evangelize this game a little bit to the Goo crew. Because like Ricky refunded it. Ricky fucking hated it. Which is really I didn't think Ricky was gonna have that strong of a response to it. Yeah, there's been a lot of fun puzzles in this, I feel like. You know, I don't see him going back to it. I don't see either of them going back to it. This one sucks. This is like the first one that really sucks. You got to scamper up this thing real quick or you just fall. Whoa, come on.
Oh shit.
And I do agree. I do agree. I think there would have to be like a very specific drought. But also, I don't know. I feel like Ryan's streams shine best when when he's able to just ramble. A game that really lends itself to yapping, which is why we're never playing Night Rain again, you know? But this is a great game to just ramble over. Very ramble-friendly game. This is 1 million times more difficult than Sisyphus was. 1 million. Is the coin flip game something I should look at? I haven't really even seen him play it at all. Please God, no.
Oh.
Do you want to flip coins? My whole thing is I could just flip a coin IRL. You know?
No.
I could just be flipping a coin IRL. Hey, Zombie Papacy. Thank you. Thank you. Happy 75 months. I would have a good time, but like Tom Walker's already done it. I would love to tell myself I have to flip a coin on heads 10 times before I could end the stream. That's just fun right there. That sounds like a great night to me.
Oh my.
Yeah, Tom owns the rights to flipping a coin. What's the definition of pretentious? I've honestly never given that much thought. Because I sometimes think I'm probably very pretentious. I just don't think I'm very outwardly pretentious. Unless I'm out of things to talk about, and then I need to fill time. And then I realize I'm pretentious. I could stand on this rock. Look at that. Am I pretentious? Well, what's the definition of pretentious? I don't think I'm better than anyone else.
What?
At least when it comes to like media and shit. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm pretentious. I don't think it's the right word to describe me. Because I have like zero interest in like making anyone care about the shit I like for the most part. But there's no part of me that feels important because of it. Yeah, yeah. That is true. We are watching a big ass jiggle around. Like I really oh my god, falling off of this feels like in certain parts is going to be a heartbreaker. I feel like this climb is getting ready to break my heart. That's okay. It's part of the challenge. Is surviving the heartbreak. But enough about like life or whatever. I don't know. If I was trying to sound deep, that's what I would have said. You can absolutely slip on banana peels, which is a thing I learned. So I'm going to avoid that banana peel. That way, I guess. No. I was really hoping I'd stop at a point. At least the banana peel fell. It can't get me again. That is really tall. This is wonderful. I really thought that once I got to the Make-A-Wish part, that was going to be the end of the game. Like, I really thought that was the end of the game. And I would have kept streaming that night, too, if people weren't kind enough to tell me I was nowhere near the end of the game. Because I kept saying, I was like, well, I want to go to bed, but, like, I'm at the end. So I'm going to stream until it's over. I'd still be streaming. I'd have been live for the last, like, week and a half. Whoop. Yeah, I mean, I do think a lot of music is bad and like embarrassing for people to like, but like that's. I also feel like it's like what does my opinion matter? I'm sure you could say the same about a lot of music I like. But, like I'm okay with that. I feel like that's the big difference. I'm okay with people saying that about the music I like, because like I don't care. But other people will want to like argue why their music is good, and I don't understand that. I do not understand. It doesn't compute to me. Let's go. Don't you fall, you little shit. Okay, okay. Like I 100% understand someone who enjoys just slop music because it's nice to not have to like think too hard. But when someone tries to tell me that, you know, certain shit isn't slop, I'm like, yeah, okay. I don't need to convince you otherwise, but I'm going to judge you about it forever. And that's okay. I 100% love the discourse behind like gatekeeping hardcore. Cause like I'm kind of like in agreement with it. You need some level. Otherwise it just gets out of control. I say this as someone who likes Turnstile. Like I enjoy Turnstile's music and stuff. I played with Turnstile once too. I'm gonna brag about it. I'm allowed to brag. But I constantly think about how my buddy Pete, when speaking about Turnstile, I think someone was like, "How do you feel about the new Turnstile record?" And Pete's response was, they have a song about aquatic activities, aquatic recreation, I think was what he said. And I knew that was a condemnation. You know, like that wasn't a positive thing he was saying. I know exactly what he was trying to convey by saying that. And they do have a song about aquatic recreation. Pete found a new song. I will always 100% follow Pete on a musical recommendation. He's never steered me wrong. You and Pete are why I found Land of Talk. I would have never heard Land of Talk otherwise. And they're fucking fantastic. NYC Knuckleheads with a Z? Oh, buddy. I want to hear that. I can't right now, but I want to. How do I feel about Show Me the Body? Not for me. I ain't gonna dunk on someone for liking it, but I'm not really into it. Show me the Foddy is what I say. Pete steering you wrong? I don't know. I used to feel that way about Cold World, and now I fucking love Cold World. Oh, that's... Oh, all right. I think we're doing good, though. Is Turnstile good live? Yeah, I think Turnstile is they're very tight live. But you also, and like, you know, this is fine. I'm not saying this is like a terrible thing. You have to just be okay with like hanging out with like young teenagers who are also going to be in the audience. High Viz fucking rocks. I really like High Viz. I want to like their newer stuff more. Like I appreciate what they're doing, but I really liked their first record a ton. And I liked the singer's old band, Dirty Money. Dirty Money was fucking cool. I understand that they don't... There's been like a resurgence of hardcore bands trying to write non-hardcore records. And I think that's, you know, like it's nice to see bands evolve. Even if it's the evolution like isn't for me. Yeah, fucking God. Santa Clans. Happy 113 months, Santa Clans. Thank you. One of our illustrious tier 3s. Of which I believe we've got like 3. So thank you. You. Oh. You thought I was Chiblee? How? He's a sweet boy from New Zealand who's 14 years younger than me.
Yeah, brother. Who gives a shit?
What's up, Chiblee? Happy 128 months. Thank you. Thank you, Ens. Thank you. No, 14 years younger. No, it's fine. People, and like I don't fault anyone for this because, you know, people watching NL are watching NL for NL. But I've been mistaken for like everyone in the crew at least once, besides Mouth probably and Apollo.
Burned.
But I've had people tell me they thought I was Sin. I've had people tell me they thought a lot of people think I'm Corey and vice versa. And I've had people mistake me for Bear like once or twice. I'm like, I don't understand that. I do think I have a pretty all right voice, but it's nothing compared to Bear's. I think Bear Taffy's got maybe the nicest voice on Twitch. I've beaten Peak a couple times. God, I miss Alpaca Patrol. I don't know if that's the Rob you're speaking of, but I do miss that Rob dearly. I gotta hit him up sometime. I feel bad. The last few times I've like DM'd Rob, it was because I was coming to New York. And then I had to cancel my trips. Hey, it needs being cheesy. Thank you. You gotta get cheeked up like that. Yeah. No, I feel that. Thank you, Cheesy. But yeah, my last few times I DM'd Rob were me being like, yo, dude, I'm going to be in New York on this date. And him going, hell yeah. Let me know when you're here and we'll hang out. And then me going, hey, man, I'm actually not making it. And him going, bummer. And then months later, me going, yo, dude, I'm coming to New York this time for real, though. And him going, hell yeah, tell me when you're here, we'll hang out. And then me messaging again going, hey, man, I'm actually not making it. Like, I've debated Rob so many times, it feels terrible. Every time I go to New York, though, I do hang out with Rob for a bit. It's very nice. Without trying to hyperdox Rob, I don't know how open he is about exactly where he lives, but I feel like he lives in, like, one of the few places in New York that's still cool. Every time I go back to New York, I do feel like a hipster in that sense. The soul of that city's gone, man. Yo, Runner Matthews, thank you. Welcome back. Happy 2 months. Yeah, that spot, Wall Street. The Lower East Side, everyone. Lower East Side still has some good food, but no, I think Queens is kind of. There's parts of Queens that still feel fucking cool as shit. I don't think anywhere in Brooklyn still feels cool. At least my last time to Brooklyn shocked me. I was there for a wedding a couple years ago. Maybe like 2 years ago now.
Oh, shit.
And like the hotel I stayed in, I was like, a few years ago, this was just like industrial. And now there's like a restaurant that's charging like $18 for a bagel. That's weird. It was right next to St. Vitus, which also got closed because of the inshitification of Brooklyn. A venue that's lived there before any of the fucking new people who live there. But it got shut down because people didn't want undesirables hanging out by their new insanely expensive fucking condos. I fucking loved St. Vitus. I gotta hit up I was really good friends with one of the owners of St. Vitus. And I only say was because we haven't spoken in a very long time. Yeah, it just doesn't exist anymore. It's crazy. Like I remember fucking
right now.
when I went back to New York to get all my shit after moving here. TLD, long story short on that, I moved to Florida for a few years and then I moved here, but my buddy Tom was kind enough to fly down here to Richmond to help me go to Florida to go get all my stuff. Like he drove with me to Florida. And then I drove him back to New York when we were done with everything. But as we were getting to New York, I remember being like, what the fuck is that skyline? Like, where is this? And he was like, buddy, that's Brooklyn. Brooklyn has a skyline. And I was like, oh no. The fuck did that happen? I only been gone for a couple of years. That fucked me up.
Oh no!
Oh, come on. No, Tom is a real one. I would do pretty much anything for Tom. That was all. I think he offered, honestly. The real hyper TLDR on that, because it's not a topic I got to dwell on or anything. I'm having a nice day. Was I moved here and like 3 weeks after moving here, broke up with my partner I was with for a couple years. So I was in the middle of like a death spiral. And I also had to go to Florida to get stuff, and I didn't want to drive there alone. And I think Tom could sense like, I'm gonna go help my friend Justin so he doesn't like fucking kill himself. And that's why I love Tom. That's why I love Tom. Hype train success. If you ever see Birdman with 5 eyes in chat, that's Tom. Yeah, he's got 5 eyes. It's crazy. A dweeb like me. The hell? Oh. Pretty much, I feel like all of my friends pre-becoming a Twitch streamer, I made through music in one way or another. Entirely through music. But that took a long time. Like, it wasn't intentional, but like I used to book shows when I was like 13. And one of the first shows I booked was ASOB, which was Jeff Rosenstock's old ska band. But like, over time, everyone in that band became my friends, and then I had my own band and became friends with other bands, and it just kind of all went from there. Music's how I know Super Jazz for sure. I don't know what exactly it was, Mike, where we met each other. I just know it was by the power of music in some way. Same thing with Dave. Pretty much everybody I know. Yeah, SOB was great. Another, this is in the way. Another one of my many Daves was the trombone player for ASOB. And he hangs out in this Twitch chat a lot. And I love that. That's right, Mike. That's right. I think that's probably where I met you for the first time, right? Doing pool stuff. Yeah, no, that's fair. I definitely had a lot of friends who were like only show friends. Like I'd only see them at shows, but I was going to shows constantly, so it didn't like feel weird. But once I stopped going to shows all the time, there's a lot of people I miss who I just straight up haven't seen since I was living in New York and playing in bands. And it's been so long now. I feel terrible every now and again because like I live in Richmond, Virginia now, and occasionally I will run into people at shows who are like, "Dude, how the hell are you?" And I feel like they could see in my eyes that I'm trying to remember who they are and I just can't. And it feels bad. But then there's also some people like, fuck, at some point after I moved here, I went to go see Timeshares, who were a band we played with all the time. And like, all those guys remembered me and I remembered them and it felt nice. Even though we hadn't seen each other in like, I don't know, probably like 6-7 years, maybe even longer.
Shit. Fuck.
A terrible show, Fred. Invertebrates, hell yeah, they're great. They are really fucking good. I saw them with Dillinger 4 and Paint It Black in DC some months back. Oh, hell yeah. How you doing, Ava? God, I really want to try to get to Philly for those fucking Ink and Dagger shows. The Paint It Black one specifically would be so goddamn sick. I gotta see if I can finagle it. I was talking before about the travel apprehension, but that's one of those things I really wish I could get over to travel. But I could also just go for a day. I don't think it would be that crazy to go to Philly for a day and just like drive home. Oh yeah, Richmond's got a great music scene. I really like the music scene here. We got some cool venues. There's a lot of really good bands. I was really shocked because like I felt like I was always pretty involved in like the DIY scenes in New York. And some were definitely better than others, but like I feel like the DIY scenes here put that shit to shame. like there's shows here at they call it Hell's Gate, and it's just under the bridge. It's just under one of the bridges. They set up a generator and people go see bands play. That's fucking cool. I feel like even if I don't care about the bands playing, seeing a bunch of bands play under a bridge with a generator is just cool. And at like midnight, you know? That just fucking rocks. My first 2 times in Richmond were playing festivals in Richmond. Played Stay Sweet Fest 2 and 3. We didn't play Stay Sweet Fest 1. That's always my icebreaker when I meet people who live here for the first time. If they're like, oh, so like what brought you to Richmond? I'll be like, oh, well, I played Stay Sweet Fest many years ago. And a lot of the times they'll be like, holy shit, I was there. I was like fucking, it's like 2010. That's a long time ago. I've met several people who I have matching tattoos with because we got tattoos at Stay Sweet Fest. That's a nice bond to have with people you just met. I think that's the highest I've been yet. Maybe not. I've been extremely just yapping and climbing. That's cool, Candle. Chicago's got a cool music scene too. I've never actually been there for it, but there's a lot of bands from Chicago I love. I have to like poll people on this. I need to find some new bands to listen to. And I'm looking for such specific style of music that I don't even know if there's current bands that sound like it. But in like, probably like 2008-ish, maybe a little later, the 2 bands in particular who come to mind are Kulo and Gas Rag. There are 2 Chicago bands. I love that shit. I gotta find some bands that are active now that sound like Kulo and Gas Rag. Oh, it's all good. You gotta be more specific than that. I'd be listening to a lot of podcasts. Necron 9 Cicada. Okay, I gotta like write this shit down. A lot of the Goo Crew are folks from podcasts who I love a lot. And I feel like it's worth just shouting them all out.
Who gives a shit? For your help.
Oh, that was Brace from True Anon. Brace Belden, True Anon. Yeah. Tanila, happy 36 months. Thank you. Happy 3 years. Yeah, Brace is a real one. And also, just to talk about podcasts for a minute, pretty much everyone in Goo Crew has a podcast I love. Of the old podcasts, like the non-brand new ones, like JF and DB do YKS, which has been a podcast I've loved for a long ass time. It was a bucket list item for me to get to do an episode of YKS. Very happy about that. And it was another bucket list item for me to do an episode of Blocked Party, which is Stefan's podcast with John Cullen, who's an extremely funny comedian who just wrote a book about curling. I need to buy John Cullen's book about curling because I love John Cullen. YKS was like the first podcast you got hooked on. Hell yeah! I think I didn't really get into podcasts until Chapo. I think Chapo was like my introduction to listening to lots of podcasts. So you got YKS and Blocked Party in the Goo Crew, and you've also got What's All This Then, Charlotte and Libby's new podcast about all things British, which I also had an extremely fun time being on that podcast. And then Luke and DBJ have Stores, which is extremely funny and I feel like is getting lots and lots of attention for being very funny. I gotta start a fucking podcast now. I'm the fucking I gotta find something to talk about with Ricky. I gotta start a podcast with Ricky. We're out here looking like fools without podcasts. But past that, podcasts in my rotation, I feel like I listen to every episode of Podcast About List. Something about that show. It's like I laugh consistently throughout every episode of that fucking podcast. I love it. It is an insanely funny podcast. What else? What else? Blowback. I still haven't listened to the new Blowback season, but Blowback is just fucking incredible. It's not a consistent, like it's a season-based podcast. It's not like a weekly. Extremely good. I also got to listen to Citations Needed now that it's back off break. Citations Needed is, I think, the best informative podcast I listen to. Word. But that's pretty much all the podcasts I listen to. It's so hard to like if I started a podcast, it would be hard to fucking like I already talk about everything on this stream. Like if I weren't a streamer, I feel like a podcast would be a no-brainer for me. But I'm pretty much podcasting for like I'm pretty much doing like 6 to 10 hours of a podcast every day on here. It would be nice to have a central theme, though, and a co-host. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, no.
I got so lucky with not falling on the first one that I deserve this. I deserve this. A co-host. I do miss doing shit with Co. I do feel like, and like, I don't think this is a bad thing. I don't think this is bad. But if Co and I were to do something together, I think it would be like the Doom Spiral podcast, where we're both just upset at the same things and don't know what to say or do about it. I think that's why I get along with Co so well. I feel like the same thing pisses us both off. I also, I feel like I'm still an old man in that I don't watch any podcasts. I purely listen. And like pretty much every single podcast I listen to has a visual component now, which can get annoying when you can't see what's being talked about. Okay. Every single podcast I listen to has a visual like part of it now, except for I don't think Citations Needed does video, and neither does Choppa. But every other podcast I've listed does. But I do also think all the ones I listed are good at still making the episodes good if you can't see what it is. Like, I do think some podcasts fall into the trap of adding a visual element to it, like adding video, and it kind of ruins the audio because you just can't see what's being talked about. But I think it's like a skill to be able to do both. And I do think pretty much every podcast I listen to, so I still listen to them even though they have visual. Like every podcast about List has a video, but I still listen to every episode. And I don't really feel like I'm missing out. Ah, that stinks. Yeah, the only history podcast I listen to would be Blowback. And like Citations Needed sometimes. Like Blowback is strictly about moments in history. Typically about America fucking things up. Where Citations Needed is more like just a critique on the media. But that definitely becomes history at points too, so. Yeah. I never got the last episode of last podcast on the left I heard was the Ed Gein episodes, which I think were like, I think those might be a decade old now. That was the last time I listened to that one. For no real reason either. Like I was just never that big on it.
Shit.
Oh, really? That sucks. Well, I'm glad they got rid of him.
Fuck. Where's the quad? Shit.
I shouldn't do what I'm trying to do because I'm going to fall. But I also feel like I'm going to fall going this way. I'm hitting my head a lot.
Fuck.
No, please. All right, good. If you're going to fall anywhere, fall here. I think I have to go up this little left bit here.
Oh, shit.
The leftist streamer. The epic leftist. Oh, no. Jesus Christ.
Oh, foop.
You know I'm a real leftist streamer because I don't like the other leftist streamers. That's how you know I'm legit. Now, there's some I fuck with. And then there's some I really hate a lot. I hit the camera button on A. Oh. Yeah, there's like I'm not trying to like talk shit about anyone specific here because I don't like doing that. So I'll only mention the people I do like. But I fuck with Lucid Fox. I like Lucid Fox. They're local to Richmond. I think he's a sweetheart. I don't get to see his show too often because I'm typically live around the same time. But I just don't really like for lack of a better way to put it, I think it kind of nails the term on the head. I don't like the debate perverts. And I feel like there's also a couple who are just like really obviously in it to milk money. I don't love the guy, but I don't hate Hassan. I tend to agree with just about everything the guy says. But the stream's not for me. And I think that's just by virtue of it being too big. And that's fine. I don't think there's anything like inherently wrong with that. But there's really no other politics streamers I'm hanging with other than them. Yeah, I'm not the target audience there, and that's fine. I'm zooming up the mountain. Yeah, when it comes to political commentators, I love Seaside Mark. I'm playing. He's not a commentator. He's a drunk guy. I love that the Chapo streams are never political. Like, I love all the Chapo FYM guys, and I find it funny, and I also get frustrated on their behalf when people join being like, when are they going to talk about the current situation? And it's like, bro, they're just looking at freaks and, like, laughing. That's what this is. trying to cook up a good joke, but I'm not sharp enough right now. I love the FYM guys. Love those guys. I like every single person involved there, but I love M Hood. M Hood the GOAT. M Hud is why I'm late to stream some days. Because I go watch him in the morning and then I don't want to leave. How did I do this last time? I think from down here. Yes, sir. And didn't I do this? Or did I go around the side? No, this is where I fell last, I think, right? Yeah, this is where I ate shit last. Okay. I don't know if I've been past this yet.
Shit.
I can't find anywhere to put this foot is my problem. Can I, like... Nope, that was so stupid, but I didn't get punt. Just kidding. Just kidding.
No.
Just playing. Just gonna lay there for a second, finish my Madrinas. Trying to expose a body. I can't find anywhere to put this foot is my problem. That's like the opening line to like the porno where I suck on a foot. I got nowhere to put this foot. I don't know what to do with it. And then the other person is like, I've got an idea. And then it turns into porno. Why'd my brain think of that? That sucks. I think it was funny though. That had a pizza delivery guy vibes to it. I haven't, you know what? I haven't had a little nicotine in a while. And I'd like some. I don't know what that means, Koenig. I tried to read that sentence like 3 times and I could not comprehend it. Right, Shandy B? I always laugh thinking about like someone just like sitting in front of a radio listening to like old-timey music, snapping their finger. And like that was their like version of going off. Oh, this is going to be such a blessing on the VOD channel. I feel bad. My last Baby Steps VOD is just like high octane me complaining about like life shit. And it's nice to do that sometimes, but goddamn do I hate there being a video record of it sometimes. This one's going to be full of yucks. I'm going to be yucking it up. DPJ music. I think DBJ's got good musical taste. I've driven in a car driven by DBJ at least once, and I want to say all the music that came on, I enjoyed. I wish Morrissey wasn't such a piece of shit. I've had for some reason Heaven Knows I'm Miserable now stuck in my head all day, and like I don't want it stuck in my goddamn head. It's still insanely funny to me. For anyone who didn't hear this, this is by no means an endorsement. I think it's funny, but I don't think they should have done it. I don't know if you saw news stories recently about Morrissey canceling his concerts because someone threatened to kill him at one of them. But the person who threatened to kill him did it via Blue Sky, and it was a Goo Crew / Go Off Kings fan. I just think that's kind of funny. It was clearly a joke, but you can't be joking like that. Not in 2025. No, they said Morrissey's full name and said at your concert tonight at exactly 9 p.m. I'm gonna pull out a gun that I illegally own and shoot you in the head until you're dead or something like that. It was very specific. It was clearly in jest. But yeah, the Canadian government did not like it and arrested him. Yeah, Fed posting. It's just not worth it. A daily struggle. What do we call that? Fed posting. That was just really funny joke, but you can't. If they had added like someone in the Goo Crew and said that, I think everyone may have had like a little chuckle. Not that you should say that to people in the Goo Crew, but I don't think they would have been arrested. It was right after that. It was. I think tensions were a little high for sure in the wake of that. It's so funny how that shit just has gone away. They really tried to make it seem like everyone gave a shit. Yeah, no, Marcy fucking sucks. And like also use it as a cop-out to cancel a lot of dates. Like, it was clearly a joke that a person got arrested for, and in Canada, and he canceled a bunch of US dates over it. But, like, name a better fucking partnership than Morrissey in canceling tour dates, you know? Guy loves doing that shit. I think he even played the night that the threat happened, but then canceled later dates. All right. I don't feel like that should have happened. I feel like that was unfair, that one. That's the first time I felt unfair at this. The one thing, and like, not that you got to give it to him, but I feel like just everyone kind of hates Morrissey, you know? Like, manages to find a way to just make everyone kind of hate him. Not everyone, because, you know, he's still got fans. Anyone I know who actively likes him is definitely like, hey, I separate the art from the artist kind of guy. But, like, I think it was very funny to cancel, like, concert dates because the vendors sold hot dogs or whatever. Like, demanding that the whole place only sell vegan food at like a stadium is just funny. That's just funny. Not that I like it, but it's very funny. Yeah, no, it does suck because he is an insanely talented singer. But also, I do think the Smiths, not even saying it in a cope way, I do think Johnny Marr is why the Smiths were as good as they were. He had a great voice, but the actual music, that was Johnny Marr. Yeah, Johnny Marr is the Smiths. I'm 100% with you on that. Undeniable good voice still, though. You know, like that's... I struggle with the separate art from the artist. I just genuinely feel like I can't do it. I'm not saying anyone should or shouldn't. But as soon as I really hate a person, I kind of just can't listen to their shit anymore. Depends how much the hate runs, though, I guess. Like, I always said one of my favorite hip-hop records of all time was Fucking Nas. Bro, I can't even remember the name of the album right now. That's how long it's been since I listened to it, just because I hate that guy so much. Illmatic, yeah. Loved that shit. But I could just never listen to that guy again. Monster guy. A monster of a man. And yeah, I do also, like I do. There's definitely instances where I'm like, yeah, no, don't support that shit. Especially if someone's still influential. I think separate art from the artist should be held for when someone's dead. You know? I think that's when it becomes a topic. If someone's dead, they're not influencing anything anymore, you know? I think then it becomes kind of a valid conversation. But if someone's still actively alive and like doing harm, that's a very different story. But it's also, I don't know, I feel like it's not a hill I want to die on. But that just comes from not wanting to die on hills. I don't think that's that argument in particular. I think the Twitch streaming, I'm always happy to speak my mind, but I do definitely have certain things where I just ease up because I'm like, I don't want to just fight with chat. That sucks. As is, this shit always invites just like the worst YouTube comments. Not in mass or anything. I definitely had someone recently.
Again.
I had a comment the other day that I honestly, before I didn't even read the whole thing. I just hid the comment. I was like, hide user from this channel. I gotta see this shit. But I saw the opening with something like, I'm sick of being labeled a bad guy because I want immigration to be under control. And I was like, I don't gotta hear the rest of your opinion, bud. I gotta work here. I don't need this shit. Yeah, I mean, what sucks is, like, there was definitely a point in time where I was like, well... I was like, there's definitely a point in my life where I was like, well, I could listen to, like, music with certain themes and topics because the person isn't that. They're writing about that. And, like, honestly, a good example of that, I think, is, like, Chat Pile. Chat Pile music is disturbing lyrically, but as far as I know, everyone in Chat Pile is like a cool person. But so many of the artists where I used to be like, well, they're just singing about dark topics. They're not bad people. And then it comes out that they're bad people. And you're like, oh, well, I guess I should have seen it coming. Oh. Yeah, Jandy B. Eat a cookie after lunch today? I'll take you up on that fight. It depends what side you're on. I think you should have the cookie. We might be allies here. Yeah, I think they were cool. I was never a big cookie guy, but like I could respect a good cookie. I would do nasty things right now for a nice soft oatmeal cookie. Oh my lord. It would fix me. That'd be the greatest. Oh. Oh god. My tailbone's been bugging me lately. It's getting me right now. High as Jesus Christ. All right, I haven't really gotten a good look up, but I guess this is kind of tall, huh? I'm okay with being here for the rest of my life. With or without raisin, I'd prefer without, but I'm willing to go with if that's what's available now. I used to be hard anti-raisin, but I've come around on raisins a little bit. I would rather have it without still, though. Yeah, I'm not gonna use the stairs because the creator's a prick. Yeah, if he was dead, it would be a different story. Was it learning that they're graves? No, I still don't. I don't love raisins in a lot of things, but they do have their place and stuff. Like I really like that Moroccan chickpea stew I make. Raisins go crazy in that. Really, any dried fruit goes crazy in that. It works as such a. It works as such a good sweetener. Oh god. You do craisins in that? I gotta give it a shot. I've done raisins, I've done dried apricots, and I've done dried dates. And all of them have been good in that stew. Now the stairs are apparently real, but the game taunted me about taking them, and I don't want to take them. Whoa. Am I still live? My monitors just came back. Yes? What the fuck? My lights flickered and all my monitors went off. And then came back. Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, every time I hear the Windows sound now, that's what I think. Chipley's poisoned me. That is super weird. How does that happen? No, that was just random. No storms or anything. Kabuli Pilata. An Afghani rice? Yes, I actually have, I think. The name isn't super familiar, but I was at a potluck and someone had what they called, it was an Afghani rice dish with raisins in it. And that shit was great. I got to hit some more recipes. Once I'm fully fly free, I got to get back on the recipe wagon and try some new shit. I want to get back to cooking streams too. I was really enjoying doing more cooking streaming again. The kratom trick? That sounds dicey. Yeah, I really like the dried apricots in that stew. I also like, I've made that stew before where I've used maple syrup instead of brown sugar to sweeten it, and that was really good. That was a good substitute. Pomegranate seeds, that sounds nice. I also had, I have to find the recipe, but I also had, and this was also at a potluck, someone made like an old Soviet recipe that was rice that I also think had raisins or some kind of dried fruit in it, and that shit was wonderful. That shit was great. I've been saying for a while, once the flies are gone, I'll get back to this. I've been wanting to do regularly scheduled cooking streams where I could put the recipe out at least a day in advance. So if anyone in chat does want to cook along, they can. That's one of those things where I have to just like accept that I'd be doing that for the love of the game. But I think I'm kind of there in general with Twitch now. I don't think I really do anything because it's good for numbers. I don't even know what's good for numbers these days. Apparently this shit. Goddamn. Hey everyone. Thank you for being here. That's like a 2.5 times more than people are usually here these days. So I appreciate that. I love to stream on the weekend. Stop. Stop. God damn it. Yeah, and I love shit like this. It's so easy to talk over, and I do feel like it's kind of
shot on my plate.
God, that scared the fuck out of me. Thank you, Noah. God damn. That scared the shit out of me. I did forget I do have that channel really loud right now. I'm going to turn it down a touch. Thank you, Noah. What's up? What's up? You know, I do love a stream on the weekend. I feel like the weekend is where I thrive on Twitch. The weekdays are optional. I feel like the weekends just aren't. But yeah, I feel like not that I'm like completely tilt proof, but I do feel kind of tilt proof in games. I'm happy to bang my head against the wall on this game indefinitely. Because I don't think at any point it'll really piss me off. Or if it pisses me off, it's not to an extent that I think anyone's like uncomfortable. Like I've never been a smash the controller type of guy, you know? Now the unfortunately fake video of the guy who gets so mad he sticks a controller up his ass. That I can get behind. It's a classic. A remote? Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
Oh, again.
I'll never forget being at a buddy's house a long time ago. And his brother was playing Counter-Strike. And I was like, oh, cool, Counter-Strike. And he got so mad during a round that he stabbed his monitor with a screwdriver. It was a CRT. And it sparked and smoke came out of it. And everyone reacted like this was a normal thing that happens. And I was like, God damn, I can't imagine being that mad at a game. The most you'll get out of me is if I have my mouse in my hand and something pisses me off, I'll just drop it like that. That's the most you get out of me. A controller, like a small controller drop. Yeah, that it was shocking to me. I was like, what the fuck? And my buddy who was like brothers with him was like, nah, he does shit like that all the time. And I was like, what the fuck, man? You almost have a big monitor budget. My vision was so bad because of CRT. I never realized how bad it was until I had friends come over my house to like LAN party with me. And I remember my buddy Chris sitting down at my computer and just bursting into laughter. And I was like, what? And he was like, bro, how do you do this? And then like other people came and also started cracking up. And I was like, what is wrong with it? And they were like, buddy, the text is all blur. Like you can't read anything. And I'd look at it and be like, it looks fine to me. Like I guess I was just used to it. I don't know. And like it would blur in different parts. Like it would be blurrier in the middle of the monitor than the top and the bottom. It was my puzzle monitor. I still have my side monitors I use right now. I genuinely, this monitor to my right that I look at Twitch chat and OBS on, I bought this shit in 2010 maybe 2009. I bought it before I started streaming. And it was a floor model in Micro Center for $80 back then, which was like so cheap for a monitor. It's such a horrible piece of shit monitor. But I just need to read text on it, so it's perfect. It's funny too because it's an AOC. It's my leftist monitor. It's my Democrat Socialist monitor. The squad monitor, yeah. It is on my right. The monitor on my left was my old main monitor in around the same time. It's an Asus. It's an Asus, and it... Oh. That one was pricey when I got it, but it's also from around like 2008, 2009 probably. No, it is at least a normal resolution. They're both 1080p monitors. They're just not very good. Like there is a little bit of blur about it for sure. A pack or a box? I don't know if you saw, no, I got a blind box with a bunch of shit, but included was 2 collector boosters. And I got one of the few like big hits in it, which felt great. Wasn't a massive hit. The whole appeal with the Spider-Man set is you get that borderless soul stone. That shit's like $35,000. But I got Brock/Venom. And I think that's still, it dipped in price. It was 230 when I opened it. But I think it's still like 210 or like 200 even. It was a lucky ass pull. I need to do my rounds of sending groveling emails to Wizards again. Being like, please send me free cards, please. Let me open them up. Dude's ass, like my guy's ass in the game. Sorry, I got zoned out. And AJ Master Blast, what's up? Hello. Hello. God, I wish my tailbone didn't hurt. I don't know what's wrong with my ass today. I definitely slept all fucked up. I'm telling you, if I go into the, if I'm in the hot tub too long, it has like an adverse reaction where I think it makes my body hurt. And I intended to go in the hot tub for 30 minutes last night because it was nice and cold out, and it turned into just over 2 hours, which is too long. Please do know. I'd be like, I know this guy. He's great. He loved to open pack. His whole chat said they will buy tons of product if he gets free product. Hey, what's up, Eve? Happy Saturday. I know this normal guy. He wants to normally open packs in a normal way. Are y'all definitely doing Unplugged, Noah? I gotta see if it's in the cards for me to leave the house for a few days or not. The cats are still my big hang up there, but it would be nice. Oh, what's up, Barry? How you doing? What's up?
Burned.
How's it going? Speaking of Unplugged, that's in your fair city. You're absolutely doing it, Noah? I would like to go. I genuinely just want to go to play Magic. That's like my whole... Band's playing tonight. Fuck yeah. If y'all are ever coming to Richmond, you gotta let me know. I'm dying to play music again. I really got to. I've been playing the guitar a little bit again, but I feel like I've completely forgotten how to write a song that I like. Like I just... Everything I play, I'm like, oh, this sucks. Where y'all playing at? Oh god, I worked in a call center for the briefest moment when I was a teen. That shit was terrible. Yeah, hell yeah. I would be super down. Nice, hell yeah. I've been trying to get out to more shows here. Although I'm pissed off. I had like 3 shows to go to. Yeah, I'm sure you two have to know each other. Ava and Barry. I would be shocked if you didn't. I feel like everyone I know in Philly knows both of you. So... Sidestepping. Hell yeah. Whoop. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat. I'm scanning. But yeah, no, I would love to. If I go to Unplugged, I will probably only go for an overnight, just because I don't want to be away from home for too long. But I would love to play some damn Magic. I've become such a Magic degenerate from. It was not long ago. It was like not even 2 years ago at MagFest buying my first Commander deck, and now I've got like 40 Commander decks. Hey, Noah, are you involved with Mag this year? I'd want to go just to hang regardless, but I also had some people asking me about getting in touch with folks who set up panels. Yes, my first hit. That deck is insanely upgraded now. The Ramptor deck. That's one of my nastier decks. Oh yeah. Panel submissions tomorrow, fuck. I'll hit you with a DM. And if there's any panels I could sneak on in exchange for getting a room. Even if it's a room I have to pay for, I'm pretty much on board.
Oh shit!
God, MagFest was like one of the only places I enjoyed doing IRL streaming at. It was the only place I've been that felt appropriate to do it. Word. Yeah, let me know what's up. I feel like that's close enough that I don't feel weird about going to that. I can always do one of those, like, I'll just go for 2 of the days. Yeah, I think out of any con I've been to, that one is the most fun. Just by virtue of having a 24/7 available arcade. That fucking rocks. Cons that close at like 9 p.m., that shit's weak. I like that MagFest just doesn't stop. TwitchCon low-key kind of really sucks. It might even high-key suck. TwitchCon has left a bad enough taste in my mouth over the years that I just don't think I will ever go again.
Oh my!
Yeah, no, I think TwitchCon this year is going to be a fucking bust. I really do. I think for Twitch too, because you've got pretty much every large streamer saying they don't really feel safe enough to go, which is insanely valid, I think. I'll never forget at the San Jose TwitchCon sitting in the partner area and watching a group of people just like jump over a gate and enter the partner area without even TwitchCon badges. And I was like, man, there's really no security at these things, huh? Really no security. And I feel like Dan Clancy's statement just made it 100 times worse, because he was like, well, if you're banned on Twitch, you can't buy a badge. It's like, brother, you could just make a new Twitch account and buy a badge. That's the most non-answer fake bullshit I've ever heard in my life. I will say I've only had genuinely like good interactions with people from my chat. I've never had a bad interaction with someone from this chat before. But I've definitely had bad interactions at TwitchCon. I'll never forget, it might have been the last TwitchCon I went to. But I was in a convenience store at probably like 1 a.m. I was just trying to get some water and like maybe a snack. And as I walk in, there's an IRL streamer at the register shoving a camera in the guy's face. And the guy like very nicely asked him like no filming. And the guy started going crazy being like, this is my job. You have no idea. I make like 100 times more money than you do because this is my job. And then I put Discord on the hunt to find the guy's stream. And he had like 11 viewers. And I was still in the store. And when the guy left, I went up to the cashier who was like scoffing at what an idiot they were. And I was like, bro, take comfort in knowing that guy has no fans and no money. Like, he was full of shit. And then the cashier laughed. We shared a nice laugh. I think it was Chibley who found it for me. I was like still in the store when I was like, Chib, this guy says he's streaming on YouTube. We're in a convenience store. And like a minute later, he was like, found it. Yeah, just insane behavior. Insane behavior regardless, but especially like without an audience. And it also seemed like everyone in their chat was just like there to troll them and like treat them like shit. But I think a lot of people do think that's just like the formula for streaming. Very glad I nipped that shit in the bud when it was happening. Like early on Twitch for me, like 2011 Twitch. Probably through early 2014. I hit my wall one day where I was like, well, even though there's only 20 of you here, I need 10 of you to shut up or fuck off. Because I'm not down with you acting like dickheads. And that was pretty scary, thinking like, well, I'm going to lose half my viewership now. But when those shitty people left, better people came in. So that's what people don't realize. Do some stepping. Yeah. It turns out if you have like shitbags around, the normal people don't want to hang out. You know? I've gotten this high, yeah. I'll show you. I'm right at where I keep falling, just about. Right here. This is where I... Is this? No, a little bit further up. The next area up here is where I keep eating shit. Right here. This is the one I keep eating shit on. Oh, I really thought I was going to stand up. Oh. Artosis. I used to watch so much Tasteless and Artosis. That's what brought me to Twitch initially. Was watching fucking Tasteless and Artosis casting StarCraft matches at like 5 a.m. my time. It's funny to think about too, like my early days of streaming, the big thing I was into was trying to make my really shitty computer able to stream StarCraft at 60 FPS. And it was a really hard goal to achieve, but I was doing like just constant tinkering with bit rates and codecs and going between XSplit and OBS. For a while there, I was capturing with Fraps and sending it to XSplit because I could squeeze a few more frames out. I really thought for a long time, early Twitch days, I was like, oh, my place on Twitch will be coming up with like solutions for streamers to do stuff. I did not ever intend to become a streamer. Whoop. That is so funny that it... I mean, I understand why why AutoMod went off there, but still, come on.
Oh, crap.
Whoop.
Eddie.
House is too beautiful. I didn't use a webcam on Twitch. I've talked about this before, but just to touch on it. Like, I've been streaming since 2011, got partnered in 2014, but I didn't start using a webcam until 2017. And it was all because of Super Jazz. One day sending me a message on Facebook going, hey man, I hope this isn't like an overstep, but I think you should use a webcam because I think it would enhance your stream and you're a very personable guy. And I was like, I don't know, but I'll try it. And my webcam's been on every day since. And that was right when PUBG was popping off. And I think it's the only reason my stream did actually grow at the time. I think it's really hard to grow as a non-webcam streamer. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's so weird to think about streaming without a webcam for so long. I used to yap much more then because I feel like you can kind of let your expressions carry a lot with a camera. But without one, I would get nervous if I didn't talk for like, if there was a 30-second gap with no talking, I'd freak out. For the VOD watchers, that was a point redemption in the chat. Yeah, it's nice to have the cats on there. I used to occasionally do cams before that. Like I would set up a pug cam every now and again with my at the time dog Dexter. But I wouldn't appear on the camera, just the dog. Multiple cameras? Yeah, multiple cameras can be really annoying. Especially if they're the same ones. I used to run, I don't know how I managed to get it to start working, but I own like 5 Logitech C920s. And I would use many of them at the same time. And it would get really annoying. But yeah, just to wrap up the thought, I don't want to stay on the topic, but I did work with a shithead for a long time who like straight up told me not to use a webcam because he was like, it'll only hurt your stream because you're like an ugly guy who's like difficult to look at. This is the highest I've ever been now, by the way. And I took all of their advice to heart because the guy was huge on the platform. Fuck, I don't think this was the way because I don't see a way up from here. You know, that guy was a piece of shit. It was nice because I worked with the guy for a long time. It was honest. Oh. NL was a big reason why I stopped working with that guy. Please stand. Okay, cool. And it was because up until that point, anyone I met with a big following on Twitch was kind of an asshole. And Ryan is by far the biggest streamer I've ever become friends with. But I remember being like, wow, this guy's like not a prick and is like really nice to me. Like I didn't know that could be a thing.
Oh, shit.
Ah. Yeah, that guy was terrible. But yeah, I was on a D&D show they were doing. And I remember him being like, well, if the show ever goes like live, like if we ever make this thing a convention show, which he was trying to do, he was like, unless you lose like 200 pounds, you can't be on the show anymore. Gonna have to kick you off. Because he didn't want anyone ugly on the show. And at the time, I was very reliant on that income. So I ate a lot of shit for a while from that guy. He has since blown his career up, and it's kind of nice to see. Turns out everyone who ever worked with him hated him. And it all kind of boiled over one day.
Oh.
That is true. That is true.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I don't even like really dwelling on it too much. Just because it doesn't bother me anymore, but I hate when the guy or fans of the guy reach out to me about it. And I'm like, I don't want to talk about this. I haven't gotten an email in a while, but they would email me every like year or two being like, hey, let's bury the hatchet. And I would just not reply. Into the head, into the back. Yeah. Yeah, right? Exactly, Peach. Yeah, I just got to this bit today, and it is something. Would they call it the man breaker? I'm on the man breaker. Yeah, no, Chad the lad. I do feel very patient with this kind of stuff. But I think it is only because I stream too. Like, if I were doing this alone without talking to anyone, I would just turn it off. You know? Ain't no way I would keep doing it. I wouldn't be mad, but I would just be like, well, this ain't fun. It is fun for me on a level, though. That's why I do feel like I'm sick. There's something wrong with me. I do like the beating my head against the wall aspect of a game. Because when I get to the top, it's going to feel amazing. It's going to feel so good when I get to the top. The man breaker. Hey, someone's got to break him. All right. Moving here. No shame in using the stairs? Nah, I don't gotta use the stairs. That's okay. I'll be up here in no time. I do have to leave in roughly 1 hour. And again, for anyone to hear me say it, I'm going on a Lord Gugu stream to talk about the movie Funny Games. So I will be raiding us over there when the time comes. That didn't feel fair. That one didn't feel fair at all. God, I am sweating. I usually don't sweat like this when I play a game like this, but I think I've been doing this without break for like, fuck, at least 2 hours now. I'm sweating like a motherfucker. Oh, what's up, Lord Gook here? God, what a movie. I'm excited to talk about it. I've been making myself not talk about it here so I don't say all the things I'm going to say there. I'm on Velos, which are essentially cheaper versions of Zins. I did quit vaping in March. I'm also I think I'm there now. What is it? It is October 4th. Yeah, I'm 2 full months completely sober too. I would still, if I was out, I would have a drink probably, but I've always had a control on just having 1 or 2 drinks. I don't enjoy the feeling of being drunk. But I smoked weed like 100 times a day for over a decade. So that was really hard to quit. God, just to complain about this a little too. Like I have a hot tub. I'm complaining about it now. The weather is nice for hot tubs again now. Like it's 50 degrees at night. But my neighbor grows tons of weed, which is cool, and I'm happy for her. And I would never want to be like, well, can you not? But it was really difficult. It's less relaxing to sit outside in my hot tub at night smelling weed because it makes me think about the weed I'm smelling and how I miss it. And that was kind of shitty. Oh, hell yeah, Ava. Let's go. Yeah, getting off the vape was a hard one. I don't know what actually did it for me. I will say, like I wish I could do a do-over with like I know that there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people who have come to this stream and left because they hated the vape noise. Even though it was subtle most of the time. And I wish I could send all of those people a message that's like, hey, I quit. You can come back. Hard to get off cigs or vapes? Ooh. Honestly, the cigs for sure. I mean, I'll also say I swapped to these Velos. So, like, I was already kind of over the vaping to an extent. And I'm still getting nicotine, so there's no, like, there's no, like, oh, God, I'm getting headaches and stuff. I'd been wanting to quit weed for a while because I was just using it way too fucking much. Yo, what's up, Kendra? Ah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was a thing I'd toyed around with quitting for a while, but like I did love it. Like Fuck, what was I doing the other night? Oh, when I played Deadlock at night. When I'm playing Deadlock at night with friends, I even said it to them. I was like, this would be so much more fun if I was high as shit. And I hate knowing that. It'd be so much more fun. But yeah, what made me finally quit the weed was, long story short, it was either last year, I think it was last year, or early this year, but a doctor put me on Vyvanse. I am the diagnosed with ADHD at like 39 years old guy. I'm 40 now. But the Vyvanse was so helpful for me, like insanely helpful. But it was giving me heart palpitations. But those heart palpitations kind of coincided with me smoking lots of weed. I would take the Vyvanse, I'd be fine. I'd smoke weed, I'd get heart palpitations. So I was like, damn, I got to go off this Vyvanse, I guess. And I did. And nothing else we tried was nearly as effective. And I was like, I think I got to quit the weed and go back on the Vyvanse. But I've been back on the Vyvanse now for 2 months with no heart palpitations. So I think I was right about that. Yeah, but yeah, it sucks to, I do miss it. Like what's been really hard for me right now is I think it's been over a decade of weed and food being my coping mechanisms. And now I've removed one of my 2 coping mechanisms. And I'm like starting to address it better now, but my ass has been 100% been eating my feelings way too often. And it's completely like sabotaged my diet. Part of that is the fly hell, which the TLDR on that for folks who haven't been here is, funny enough, I had cleaners helping me once a month here who specialize in helping people with ADHD. So they're supposed to be helping you organize mainly. It's not really cleaning. And they sent someone new who put a bag of potatoes in a cabinet that I never accessed and did not tell me. And I found out about this because I had a corpse fly infestation and there was black sludge coming out of the cabinet. And it has now been roughly 3 months of having a fly infestation in my house. It's more under control now than it was, but it is still here and I haven't found another source of them yet. So I have no food in my house. I have a little bit of food now. It has gotten better to the point that I could at least like microwave some food. But it was so bad that I would try to cook food. I'd pull food out of the microwave and flies would immediately just jump into it. So I spent a little over 2 months eating in my car. And as you can imagine, that was mostly McDonald's. But I think I was probably piling down like 4,000 calories a day during that 2 months. I put on like 20 pounds, which sucks. It was a fucking nightmare. Oh god. But yeah, I still have my fridge mostly empty. Like the only stuff in my fridge is stuff with a hard seal on it. I can't have any produce. And I love to cook. Yes, please, Noah. I've been ghosted by so many exterminators at this point. And I will, like, it is better now, but I'm still nervous it's not. Like, I've had no flies at my desk today. 0. But yesterday there were 2. And that was after a few days of 0. It's better than like 100, but they're still clearly coming from somewhere. I finally hit a breaking point while I had COVID a week ago, or 2 weeks ago now. I've been over COVID for 1 week now. So I got a trap that smells genuinely like dead fish. It is horrific, but it's effective. And that seems to have helped me a lot. But it's also, I think it's like losing its potency, I guess, because I've been seeing them in the sink again. And like, they just like to sit anywhere with water. So like I called one, like the pest control people who do my monthly spraying outside. What's it called? they were like, well, they were like, do you have pets? I was like, yeah. They were like, well, can they live outside for a bit? I was like, no. And he was like, well, yeah, you can't keep water out for them because then the flies will just go to the water. But it's like, well, my cats need water, so the fuck.
Mighty God.
So like every time I go AFK while I'm streaming, I go to their water fountain and kill at least one fly who's sitting on the side of it. But the last few days, there's been none. But then this morning, there were like 2. I was like, all right, they're still hatching somewhere. The real mystery with all this is that they seem to be getting into my refrigerator. And I don't know how. I've since emptied the fridge and made it as cold as it goes. But like, I'll open the fridge and there'll be like 5 or 6 dead flies on a shelf. And I'm like, well, they weren't there yesterday. How the fuck did they get in there? That's what I'd like to do, Kendra. I started finally getting to the point that I was like, all right, I have to do this. But then I got COVID. And that kind of sidetracked everything. It does have a hose for water, but the hose has no leaks or anything. And like, I checked all that. There's a drip tray if you open up the fridge. Like if I pop the back off of it, but the drip tray was dry. There was a vent on the side. And that is where the potatoes were leaking out of the cabinet, like right next to that vent. So I do think they're nesting in the internals of the fridge. And then I think they fly up through the vents where the cold air is, and then they die. I opened up the back of the fridge and sprayed the inside with bug spray and bleach, but it didn't seem to really help. There's no food for them left in the fridge to be eating. Except I learned they can eat the corpses of the dead flies. They could like live off of those. So that I hit my wall where I was like, well, fridge empty. I'm just going to wait until they're all dead. And then I realized like, well, I guess I should have been cleaning out all the corpses. You know, this year has been like a test from hell. It really feels like it. Like I am kind of shocked I've maintained my sobriety through all this shit. But I also, the other part of me is like, I don't think I'd have been handling it well if I was still fucked up, you know? Daddy. If I was fucked up all the time, ain't no way I would have cleaned the fridge out and stuff. I would have just like given up. I would just be coexisting with flies. But yeah, it's been a fucking nightmare.
Where's the quad?
But I do feel like I'm almost on the other end of it. Where I'm still nervous, like when I was Googling ways to deal with these specific flies, a common response on Reddit were people who said they sold their house because they could never find the source of them. And that scares me. Because I don't want them to just come back next spring, you know? I also I would just throw the fridge away, but it's a brand new fucking fridge. Like that's what, just to add to like the shit in the last couple of years since moving here, my electricity was fucked up and zapped several of my appliances. One of them being the fridge. So the fridge is pretty new because I had to replace it. I had to replace my oven, I had to replace my microwave, had to replace a dryer. And I had to get all the electricity in my house replaced.
Watch it burn.
Like all the wiring. This house is fucking cursed. It's a cursed home. Oh, I thought I was going to stand up. I thought I was going to stand up there too. Dressva, happy 57 months. Thank you. Thank you. I could see about that. I don't even know how I would get it out of the house, to be honest, but that is an option. You're in love with my house. Let's trade. I do often think, man, imagine I just sold this house right after I bought it, after like my life went to shit at the time. I could have just bought a different house. But I don't think that would have happened. I think I would have wound up going back to Florida and being stuck there. And I feel like this has to be better than being stuck in Florida. And I do like Richmond. That's the other part of it. I didn't love it for a bit because I was just mad at like everything. But I do really love it here now. It's a cool city. There's other cities I'd love to live in too, but none of them would be as affordable as this, for sure. Oh. Whoop, 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 whoop. Aw, I appreciate that, Noah. I really do. I really, really do.
Oh no! Oh bother!
Oh, bother. But yeah, I do need to, I'm like, oh God, let me just tell you another thing where I fucked up. So the COVID really fucked up everything. Because I've been taking care of shit. Like I went into take care of shit mode. So like I was getting ghosted by exterminators, but while I was sick, I was like, well, I'm not going to hound these people because I can't even have them come to my house. But I had also scheduled a haircut finally. I despise the length of my hair. If I brush it to the side like this, it's okay. But it's like actively driving me crazy to have this much hair. I had a haircut scheduled, which like I had to schedule 5 weeks out. And I also had house cleaners scheduled. Not the ADHD cleaners, but like actual scrub the house cleaners. Because I was like, well, if there is anything I've missed cleaning wise, at least these people can like do a deep clean of the house. And that should help with the fly problem. But I had to postpone all of it because of my fucking getting sick. And I didn't realize in my flurry of rescheduling things, I rescheduled the haircut and the house cleaners and a tattoo. All on the same day at the same time. I've rescheduled the haircut again now, but that means I can't get a haircut for like another 3 weeks. I can't reschedule. I don't want to reschedule the tattoo because I scheduled it months ago. And if I reschedule, I'm probably looking at like January. But I've already rescheduled with the house cleaners 4 times. I think if I ask for a 5th, they'll kill me.
I hate it.
I usually get a haircut every 3 weeks, but my buddy who cuts my hair, my friend JR, who I love dearly, is gone until February, I want to say. So my other buddy Alex is doing my hair, but because of JR leaving and other people who cut hair there, his schedule has been absolutely swamped. But I'm finally seeing him in about 2 or 3 weeks. JR's gone, Noah, until February, I think. So I'm so good at putting things in my calendar now. I'm so good at it. But with the rescheduling in a flurry with COVID, I just wasn't thinking. So like when the cleaners were like, all right, this date, I was like, yeah, whatever, sure. Same thing with the haircut. When I was like, first available, whatever it is. And it just all happened to be the same day. And with tattoo, my friend Yelena, who does pretty much all my tattoos, is going to be starting on my left leg, which has no tattoos. But I'm trying to do a very big piece that goes like several inches above and below my knee. And it is going to be much like many of my other tattoos, kind of like geometric and floral. And the best example I could give of that is like this guy. Or this one, which I can't see if I'm showing it to you, but I think I am. It's going to be something like that. But across the whole knee. Yeah, I love flowery bullshit too. I have so much of it on me. That's like 90% of my tattoos are flowery bullshit. Yeah, no, knee feels pretty bad. I've got my other, not my actual knee, I've got like below my other knee done. And that was rough. But it only hurts for a little bit. Nothing will ever hurt as much as my hands. Hand tattoos were fucking brutal. Yeah, I have to email Yelena and ask her if we can reschedule to any time soon. And if it's no, I'm going to message the cleaners and be like, hey. Because technically, if the cleaners show up right when they're supposed to, they should be here 9 to 12, and then my tattoo's at 1. But the email I got from them says that they will show up anywhere between like 2 hours from the estimated arrival time.
Oh no!
So if they don't get here until 11 a.m., I'd be screwed. So I gotta figure that out. Yeah, it did feel like a fucking cable company ass arrival window. Oh, motherfucker. I felt myself fuck that up.
And fuck it.
Oh, God. You know a thing I haven't done pretty much this whole time? I'll leave you with this beautiful view. I gotta drink some fucking water. My ass is parched. No, I don't want to do the stairs. I can't. I want to get to the top without the stairs and see what they say, and then I can take the stairs. You know, I love getting tattooed, but every tattoo I've gotten has always been by a friend or a friend of a friend. It's like my friend Yelena who tattoos me. She's been tattooing me since, 2007 or 2008. And just by chance, like she used to tattoo me when we both lived in New York, and then she moved away and we lost touch. Then when I moved here to Richmond, one of my friends was like, you know, Yelena tattoos here, right? I was like, get the fuck out. And she has since done like 14 tattoos on me since I moved here. But almost every single one of my tattoos is from her. My very first tattoo here was from a stranger. My friend Sterling did a couple tattoos on me this year, but she's moving, which make me sad. I'm happy for her that she's moving, but I really liked getting tattooed by Sterling. And then I've got one or two like $13 tattoos I've gotten at random shops. But pretty much every tattoo of mine was done by my friend Yelena.
Poor bud.
But my ass just yaps the whole time. It's nice. I always feel so weird. Like I have a lot of friends who are tattoo artists, and they're like, yeah, it's uncomfortable when you're tattooing someone and it's just silence. Like, oh God, I could never. I'd feel so weird.
Do it.
Yeah, I love yapping. Yeah, no, that's fair, Peaceful Battle. I'm the opposite with it. I was very indecisive on my first one. Like, I wanted a tattoo at 18. I didn't get it till I was like 24 or 25. But I like twisted myself in knots over what to get. And I eventually just settled on like an American traditional tattoo. But since then, like most of my tattoos are me booking a tattoo appointment without knowing what I'm getting. And then I get there and look through my friend's book and I pick something. Or sometimes I've been like, is there anything you want to tattoo? And she'll show me something. I'll be like, yeah, that works. But I do leave it up to the tattoo artists most of the time. They know what to look best and wear, you know? A lot of the times I'll pick out what I want, but let them pick the spot where they think it would work best. Fair. Oh, thank you. I do feel like a fairly chill person. I do like that about myself. That's why I got to get better at not driving myself crazy. That's my big struggle right now is when I'm not streaming or not talking to anyone, my brain defaults to let's think about all the bad stuff going on. And then I just drive myself completely nuts. So I've been trying to get back into watching movies again. Because that's at least something that's not like reading the news. I have seen Green Room. It's a good. Actually, I just saw it recently for the first time. I've had people telling me to watch it forever. I watched it on a friend's Twitch stream, like maybe like 2 months ago. I think it was an MHUD stream. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's been really nice watching movies again. I've been enjoying it. Although everything I've been watching lately has been really upsetting. I need to like watch some lighthearted shit. I gotta throw on a Wes Anderson movie or something. Not like insanely disturbing stuff or anything, but like none of it's feel good. It's all feel bad stuff.
Oh!
Watching a movie on Twitch rocks. I wish I could just like not give a fuck and do more of it. We watched Wet Hot American Summer here during the subathon. That was fun. I was happy to share that movie with chat. Shocking amount of people hadn't seen it before. That's one of my... I think it is the greatest American comedy. I don't think there's a better one. Yeah, group watching rocks. I mean, honestly, you really just have to throw caution to the wind, which I get scared doing because this is my only income. But I know plenty of streamers who just watch movies every night on their stream and delete the VOD. I do kind of want to watch movies in Discord again. Any movie recommendations from the recent stuff? I've loved everything I've watched recently, but it was like a list that I put together of stuff that I knew was at least like really regarded as good. I really loved Weapons. I thought Weapons was good, and so was Barbarian. Those are both movies from the same director, who's the dude from Whitest Kids You Know, which really fucks me up. I can't believe there's such a good director. It's insane. The Lighthouse was great. We actually watched The Lighthouse here on my channel when Twitch watch parties were still a thing. That was the only time I've seen it was with my chat, which was nice. Yeah, no, I really liked The Lighthouse. Oh, baby. This is the second time I've been up here now. And I think I need to like wedge. All right, hold on. I need to get right foot as far forward as I can here so I could swing that foot up there and do this. Okay. Sorry, I'm in uncharted territory, so I gotta really... Oh, fuck yes. This is higher than we've been.
Shit.
There was a platform there. That was still higher than I've been. It was still higher than I've been. Still progress. Fuck me. Yeah, that was a dumb way to fall. Bring Her Back. I feel like I've heard of that. I just saw another one mentioned too. I forgot what it was called already, but I hadn't seen it. But of recent movies I watched, I liked all of them. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Mr. Zalkin. Thank you. I have to thumbs down now because I was forced to. It had nothing to do with that statement, though. No, thank you. I appreciate that. I really liked Weapons. I really liked Barbarian. Cure was a fucking incredible movie. Cure from 1997, Japanese movie. That was extremely good. What else I watched? I watched Violent Cop the other night, which I didn't love, but for the genre it did feel like a genre-defining movie. And the guy who acted in it and directed it is a guy I've been seeing in Japanese cinema like my whole life. And it was cool to watch his directorial debut. Yeah, Kurosawa. I didn't love it, but it was a fun watch. Oh, that rocks. Yeah, I've seen some of the whitest kids you know guys on Twitch before. I used to I definitely raided Timmy a couple times way back when. Yeah, just walking to cool music and slapping people and stuff. And you know what? That was cool. What else have I watched recently? What else? What else? Is that it? I feel like I'm missing a movie. But that might be it. That might be all the movies I've seen very recently. But as I mean, like Barbarian, Weapons, Cure, the Kurosawa movie, not really feel good movies.
Fuck.
The Vavitch, that's right. And I also really liked that a lot. The Witch was great. And it's funny because I never saw it, and I had it confused with the movie Devil, which is, as I understand it, a movie about a bunch of people stuck on an elevator. And I always heard that movie sucked. And I don't know how I confused it with The Witch, but people kept telling me The Witch rocks, and I was like, fine, I'll fucking watch it. And I put it on, and I was like, all right, there's no elevators here. Clearly, I've got this movie confused with something else. And it was great. Yeah, Eggers is cool. I gotta watch The Northman still. I think I've only seen The Lighthouse and Witch from them. Let me catch up on chat again here. I have not seen one battle after another. I would like to. I'm trying to decide if I want to go to the movies to watch it. Or if I just watch it in the comfort of my home.
Fuck.
I also got to watch Eddington. Eddington is on my short list of stuff to watch.
Oh no.
I really like Ari Aster stuff.
Go. And up we go.
Nice. Yeah, I got a subscription to the Criterion channel. And then I also have access to like 2 very good Plex servers. So I feel like I kind of have access to everything. The Criterion channel is where I saw Cure. Yeah, for sure. I'll do another at some point. I'll sit with stream and like put more stuff on my watch list. Hey, what's up, Lime? Happy 93 months. What's up? What's up? Coming for that ass. Me when I'm watching ass porno. I tried. Happy 93 months. Thank you, Lime. I'm sorry to have sullied up a nice thing with my horrible statement. I'm very sorry. I gotta see some John Woo shit. Sorry, but it's not a language I speak. I have to imagine you're saying very nasty things, but the last time I said that, I banned someone. And then chat was like, dude, I ran it through Translator. He was saying he really likes you and thinks your stream is cool. And I was like, oh, fuck. I yelled at them. I felt terrible. Oh, wow. There we go. Oh, fair. That is fair. Just a magical guy. Magical guy climbing his mountain. So I just have, I just remember back in the day on Twitch, I would get people joining all the time and like writing in Russian, and then I'd run it through Translator, and it would be like, "You're ugly, die." I'd be like, "Oh." It'd feel terrible. Yeah, you don't get that as much anymore, which is nice. What time is it? It's 2:30 already. God damn. I got to keep an eye on time. I would like to, I got to be out of here in about 25 minutes, but I do kind of want to do the dulls real quick. At least, I don't know if Kat's still here. Kat very, very politely asked me to do the connections today. And I don't want to deny Kat those connections. But if Kat's not here, I ain't doing those connections, I'll tell you. Oh no, what are they, or did they say it? Did they say you're ugly, die? Oh, let me read that. Oh god, I have a lot of texts. Oh yeah, yeah. Are you still listening, Noah? I'll reply to you on here. Aw. You are beautiful, Liv. Oh, that's perfect. I got to agree. In both wanting to live and, I guess, being beautiful. I guess. Damn, the song's really kicking in. I do pretty bad on connections often, I think. I've been doing better lately, but that shit will get me often. The rat emote's great. It always reminds me of how can I not remember the name of the game? Control Alt. It wasn't Control Alt Delete, right? It was Control Alt something. It was like a play on Control Alt Delete. What was the name of that song? What was the name of that game? Alt F4. That's what it was. Alt F4. We added Rat Jam with Alt F4 because it synced up perfectly to one of the songs in it. So every time I see it, it takes me back to Alt F4. I'm shocked I didn't fall there. Oh no! Control Alt Repeat is ends this game. That's right. That's right. I've jammed Control Alt Delete and Alt F4 into one. This thing is really tall, by the way. I can't even see how tall it is because it's that tall. I think we've made it about a quarter of the way up, if I had to guess. It is the man breaker indeed. I shan't be broken by it. I shan't.
Crap.
Nice, hell yeah. I kind of want to. There's a one of them AMC dine-in theaters near me, which I don't really care too much about eating while I'm watching a movie, but I do find those usually have really comfortable seating. And there's one not that far from me that is showing that movie. I'm tempted to just go on like a weekday at the earliest showing. And hopefully be there mostly alone. New computer mouse, any advice? Honestly, it was crazy. I was using so many different mice for so long, trying to find the right mouse. I'm very happy right now with the Logitech G703 is what I'm using. I had to look at the bottom. It doesn't really have any bells and whistles. It's nice and light. It's got really good wireless battery life. I'm a fan. Before that, I was using a Steel mouse, and like the Steel Series mouse was good until it broke quickly. And then I bought it again and it broke quickly again, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. But yeah, this Logitech is really good for my hand size, which is to say a fairly small hand.
Oh.
I feel like I've got dainty little hands. G703, it's wireless, but it also can go wired. You could do like both. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I feel I've been down on myself because I definitely gained some weight in the last like 2 months, or at least just plateaued. But I have been trying to get back on track now for at least a couple days. I've been keeping up with the working out at least. I just got to get cardio back. That's like my big blind spot right now. I got to get back on the cardio. That's another reason why I got back into watching movies, was I figure I can watch movies on a tablet while I'm on my bike. No, no. God damn it. God damn it. Ugh. Where I got really zeroed in on results in a bad way is I was really close to like a goal I would set. Y'all check this out. Check this out. You like that? Oh, hold on. I need the... Oh, fuck. I tipped it over. Yeah, thank you. I was doing so good with it for a while, and then I just like derailed myself. I was riding my bike like a demon, on stream a lot even. But then my exercise bike broke, and it took me a little while to replace it. And I don't know what else happened. Something else threw me off at the same time. Oh, I'd COVID for the first time. My first time getting COVID last year. Really like, I feel like I didn't touch cardio for so long. I got to make it a habit again. That first bout I had with COVID, like this bout of COVID only really lasted a week. And my voice is still a little rough, but barely. Where my first bout with COVID, that shit had me fucked up for like 5 weeks. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I got obsessive. I got obsessive with like a specific number on the scale. And I think it drove me a little crazy. Like it kind of derailed me in itself. I want to get back to that specific number. I was so close to it. That's where I get fucked up. I was like, I was like 5 pounds away from that number. And now I'm like fucking 25 pounds away from that number. I gotta get back to that number. Really, once I can start cooking food in my house again, it'll be so much easier. That's where I fuck up more than anything, is the being unable to cook food in my house. I got really reliant on delivery and fast food again. And fast food was a habit I had broken. And it was a very rapid, slippery descent back into, well, I could go get McDonald's for like $4. And then doing that like twice a day for a month. Like, it's just no good. And those are never filling calories. Like I could justify to myself, like, all right, well, I'm going to get like 1,200 calories of McDonald's and that's a proper dinner. But calories like that, you're fucking hungry again, fast as hell. And it also makes me feel sluggish and shitty. Like I was eating vegetarian for a while there. I want to get back to it. I was feeling really good while doing that. Why did I try that? There was no need for me to try that. Yeah, now fast food was like, I feel like I got a really tight addiction to fast food when I was younger because I was broke as hell. So I would like just cruise dollar menus for pretty much every meal. Like I wasn't really cooking or anything yet. I didn't really know how. And I'd be like, all right, I got $5. What can I get? And it'd be like, well, I can get 2 double cheeseburgers and 2 McChickens. Easy. And like that would be my dinner every night for like fucking years. It was bad. But yeah, my 2 big vices with food: fast food and chips. I like fast food a little too much. I like chips a little too much. On the plus side with chips, even though they're expensive as fuck, if I'm good with myself about buying those Quest chips, they're like protein chips. They're not the best, but they come in small servings, and they at least have good macros, and they're pretty damn filling because of all the protein. If I like make myself buy those, I'm usually doing pretty good. But they're expensive. Like a little bag of that shit's like $5. And then Wegmans will hit me with like, yo, you can get 2 giant bags of Doritos for $5. And I'm like, oh, well. That sounds good. You know? And again, I just need to find more like ways to cope with shit. Like my default when I'm bored is to eat food. I need new defaults. It used to be my default when I was bored was to smoke weed, and I've quit the weed, but now I'm back to the food. It's a give and a take. It's an ongoing struggle. I will say it's a big reason why I love streaming. Like, I've always been most successful on my diets when I'm streaming too much. Like, even though the amount I stream feels unhealthy, I won't overeat on stream. Because I'm busy, I'm streaming. I would also never like house a bag of chips on stream because I wouldn't want to do that like in front of another person, you know, let alone a bunch of people. I'll tell you that every subathon I've done recently, I've lost so much weight during because I'm just really tight about my eating. And I also turn the cooking into content. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to cook like a trash meal on stream. I'll cook something really good and healthy and this and that, you know? Yeah, that was another big thing for me with the weed. Aside from like the heart issues I was having, I would smoke a ton of weed when I was bored, and then I'd be like, yeah, I could definitely house like $15 worth of Taco Bell right now. Which at Taco Bell, that's a lot of calories. I'm at least being better now. Like, again, I'm still not really keeping food in my house because of this fly bullshit. Like, I will occasionally go get Taco Bell. I love that places tell you the calorie numbers. Like, I genuinely like that. It's a good stop sign for me. Like, if I'm ordering Taco Bell and I could see like, oh, fuck, yeah, this is like a 3,000 calorie meal. That's too much. I'll take stuff out of the cart because I don't want to go that high. Where for places that don't list calories, I'll just fucking mindlessly do that shit without thinking. I want to go that way.
Oh, shit.
Don't fall, please. Okay. Pleading with the game. Please don't fall. Okay. Yeah, I feel that too. I was never really much of like a sweets or milkshakes guy. But I've become such like a little fucking fiend for ice cream lately, which is so unlike me. It's never been a vice of mine. But I would do unspeakable things right now for a fucking Cold Stone peanut butter lovers, whatever the fuck it's called. That shit is so good. That shit is heaven. But it's also, yeah, it's like more than half of the amount of calories I should consume in a day. Yeah, you gotta go gotta have it mode on it. Yeah, Cold Stone's crazy with it. Oh, no. Okay, good. Yeah, no, Halo Top ain't bad. Halo Top can definitely scratch the itch. I bought a fucking Ninja Creamy with the intention of making ice cream out of protein shakes, and I just like never started. It's still sitting on a shelf in my kitchen, unused, for over a year. But every time I finally have the thought of, yeah, you know what? I'm going to use the creamy, I realize I'm missing key ingredients. Okay, I could do this. This is the part that gives me the most trouble. And I've determined I could do it as long as I get this foot out. Okay. And now I got to do the same thing but the other way. Where I got to put the right foot out really far. So I got to get the right foot up there. Come on, right foot. No! No! Fuck. Ugh. Ugh. All right, I will say, I want to give this another good shot. I do have to go soon, but I simply must go pee real quick. I'll leave you with this wonderful view. I'll be right back. Hello? Oh. Okay. A durian. I miss fruit so much. That's another, without having produce in the house. Dude, I haven't had a piece of fruit in months. It's killing me. The last time I had fruit, I bought fruit during the subathon in August. And I had to throw it all away because of the flies in the fridge. What I would do for a nice piece of fruit right now, you know? No, I think I genuinely need to just buy like one apple. And like I think I should become a goes to the grocery store every day kind of guy. You know? I like going to the grocery store often and getting next to nothing. You know, like I like the idea of buying 1 to 2 days worth of food. I think that's nice. I like that. Yeah, we have talked in a few circles today for sure. This has been a very talky day. I can unfortunately feel it in my voice.
God.
It doesn't hurt, but it doesn't feel good. All right, my foot's stuck in there. My foot's stuck. Foot stuck. Foot stuck.
All right.
Yeah, no, I do. I like going to the grocery store. I feel like a lot of people hate the grocery store. I love that shit. I'm also a sucker for small talk. And like a thing I've had happen a few times at the grocery store now is I'll have a cart with some stuff in it and someone will be like, "Oh, what you cooking?" And I'll be like, "Well, let me tell you." And then I yap at length about it. And I love that. I did have one time where I was brazen enough to be like, "You should come over and have some." And she hit me with an, "Aw, sweetie, I can't do that." I was like, "Aw, sweetie, come on now." Yeah, I live to yap. Love to yap. Oh. Yeah, I love small talk. It's so nice. Like low stakes conversation. It's great. I get when people are like, they hate when it feels empty, but I feel like it rarely is. Like, I feel like that's a rarity when it's fully empty, you know? I love a low stakes conversation. Just talking about nice stuff. Like I will genuinely sometimes when I go to the grocery store, if like I'm usually a self-checkout guy, but if I see a cashier who I know likes to yap, I'm 100% getting on their line. I'm getting on their line and I'm yapping. God, I almost got to that platform there. I would love to get there right now. This has to be my last attempt because I got to get ready to go. Which I'm going to raid you all over to Lord Gugu when I do leave. I don't think he's going to be live until a few minutes after because I have to get in a call with him to like set up my camera and stuff. But yeah. I told him I would be in a call at like 5 minutes to the hour. And right now it's about 8 minutes to the hour. So that ain't much time. Sorry, I'm catching up. Actually, I don't have time for this. I'll catch up after. God, pasta sounds good as hell, too. I could go for some pasta. What I think I'm going to cook tonight, and this might sound nasty, but I think it's actually great. I've got a lot of, I have like a few bags of Guardian. Oh, stand up! Stand up! Oh. That's all right. We'll defeat this tomorrow.
Oh, why?
We'll leave it like this. I've got some Guardian fake ground beef, which has like pretty damn good macro calories and stuff. And then also fucking hamburger helper, which is kind of nasty, but like kind of good nasty. You know what I mean? It's kind of good nasty. Oh, thank you, Sprinkle Britches. Oh God. All right, let's shut her down.